Hello, everybody, and welcome back to a Friday night here on Whiskey Wars. It's been too long, missed 2 weeks, so yeah, but now we are back at it. Thank you, everyone that is here. We appreciate that. Alex, we've got a few people in here already. Good stuff. So what I was going to say, oh yeah, I got to drop the link. Let me do that. And type some crap here. Off to a swimming start here. Okay, join the stream. I probably should do this ahead of time. Yeah, probably so. And then just do this to get past the heart. All right, now we're all set. All right. I hope everybody's well. Let's see who we do have here. In fact, we got Jigs in the house. One of our Patreons. Appreciate that. Cheers, buddy, and thank you for the samples. We're definitely going to get to those. It's just we're trying to schedule a time when we can all be together. Schedules are hard. Peter White also here. Cheers, buddy. Good to see you. Who's ready for a drink? Me asking all of you. Hopefully everyone. Hey, Whiskey RN, Sierra in the house. What is up, Sierra? Good to see you. It's been a while. I heard you've been busy. But good to see you. Cheers. Another one of our Patreons there. Appreciate that. Alex also in the house. Cheers, buddy. Good to see you. It's been a while since I've seen you as well. Look at all these folks I haven't seen in a while showing up. This is good. Cheers all. Welcome to Friday. What's in your glass? I'm starting with Jack Daniel's Bonded and some Clyde May Single Barrel. Well, that's a good question, Dylan. Let's see. I think we are going to start... Oh, choices. I gotta say, I got some pretty amazing choices this week. So I think I'll start with, I believe this is the lowest proof thing here. Let me double check. Where is the ABV? No, I'm wrong on that. Okay, so we will start with this guy right here. Where's my knife? Well, we're doing great here. I have a knife somewhere. There it is. Okay, knife. Where's the thing? Here we go. Yeah. All right. This is the new Nancy Fraley Still Austin pick. Thanks to the fantastic Mr. Great Shot. This is the October Nancy Fraley pick. So can't wait to get into this thing. I have loved all of the other expressions. I have November of last year, February, March, and April of this year, and now also October. So, pause for Cork Pop. Yeah, that was a good one. All right. Going in my 21090 Glen. So that is what I'm going to be starting my night with. Let's get a little bit of this in the glass. And yeah, look at that color. What's the age on this? Now, Nancy said, as far as I know, everything since like March or April is 5+ years now. I guess it doesn't say the age on. Anyway, yeah, but look at that color. Nice dark, like mahogany or something. Yeah. So that's what I'm starting out with. And yeah, but Jack Daniel's Bonded and Clyde May Single Barrel also sound good. There's the link for anybody who wants to hop on. David B in the house. What's up? Been a minute indeed. Good to see you, David. Slapshot also in the house. Cheers, buddy. Good to see you as well. Okay, so David B also on the JD Bib. Hey, everyone, still trying to figure out what to pour. Nothing new this week. Gotcha. Based on previous conversations, Woods, I'd say you have plenty of things to choose from. So, yeah, I don't know. All right, if you have any Still Austin, feel free to join me. Sure Kitty in the house, another one of our Patreons there, as is Woods. All you great Patreon folks showing up tonight, appreciate that. Meow says, Sure Kitty, cheers, good to see you, buddy. Yet another Nancy pick. That's nice. Yeah, I gotta get them all like Pokemon or something. When a low proof starter whiskey is cast strength, the night will be good. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, this is 120. So low on the scale of what we're going to be drinking tonight. So here's what we got tonight. Got several new bottles in the last couple of weeks. So let me take down the comment for a second. There we go. So also, thanks to Jigs Got my C923 review coming probably next Wednesday. Spoiler, it's fantastic. Let's see here. What else? And then I got this from Chris and Lil. Here we go. Yeah, this is kind of a what's the word I'm looking for? Craft distillery out of Colorado called Ella Jones. Surprisingly pretty good stuff. We weren't expecting much. In fact, Chris and Lil kind of thought it wouldn't necessarily be amazing. That's why they opened it. And then Lil actually told me herself after we did open it, she was disappointed that we did because that meant that she couldn't take it home, which means that I got to keep it. But I'm going to pour off a pretty good sample for them to take back next year. But yeah, that was really cool. We'll talk about that more later. Also got this from Jigs. And it's been that long since I've had it. But yeah, Buzzard's Roots Cast Strength Rye. So we'll talk about that a little bit tonight as well. This actually is lower proof than what I'm drinking, but that's okay. Maybe we'll do that next. And then I feel like I'm forgetting something. Oh, yeah. And of course, the Turkey 13. I don't know that I probably won't have any of that tonight because my palate will be blown out by all these cast drinks and I won't really appreciate it. That's kind of a first pour of the night kind of pour. And if you saw my review Wednesday, then you know it's a truly exceptional bourbon. And if you can get your hands on the Wild Turkey 13 year, it really is pretty epic for a 91 proof. Yeah, so those are the new bottles we're going to be talking about tonight. I think that's everything. I feel like I'm forgetting something. Well, technically, there's also, I got a backup of Still Austin Red Corn from Great Shot as well, but that's not really new, just another one of those. But yeah, it's good stuff. If you guys can get your hands on that Red Corn Bottle and Bond from Still Austin, it is fantastic. Excuse me. Got something in my throat there. Cheers, y'all, says Smoking Firewater. What's up, buddy? Good to see you. Who else we got here? Cheers for Friday Freds. Doug H in the house. Another Patreon there. Good to see you, buddy. And there's the Friday Freds. You guys are welcome to hop on if you want to. Please feel free to do so. Alex also being cheers there. Man, nose on this. That is the neck pour. Although some folks in the community don't believe in that. But it is a little tight, seems like, on the nose. But we'll let that sit for a second. In the meantime, we're going to pop this bad boy. A LaCroix Black Raspberry. Oh, yeah. Nearly as badass as whiskey. No, it's not. But it is good. And no sugar. Hooray. Well, let's see if I can find a spot to sit down. There isn't a thing. All right. I keep seeing Still Austin Red Corn and High Rye, but I can't bring myself to pay $75 for 100. Yeah, I get that. Now it is tough because their standard just cast rank bourbon and rye are both really stinking good. That said, the Red Corn is really unique. And if you want a really exceptional low proof bourbon to start the day that's also really interesting, I think the Red Corn is fantastic. In fact, I might make a new category this year at the end of the year. I always do my favorite whiskeys. I might do like favorite 100 proofers because I got a few in mind, and it would certainly be in the mix. Maybe number one. It is a really, really good bottle. But 75 is steep. I do agree. I wish it was more like 50, 60, but I know Still Austin's still kind of small, although they are growing, but yeah. 50, 60 would be better, but I still really enjoy it even at 75. That's it. Yeah. 51 degrees Fahrenheit here. Nice. I'm at 52 right now, Alex. So you got me beat by 1 degree. And I'm much farther south. Kitty cheers. There we go. Let's see. Everybody cheersing each other. Good to see. The only 13-year-old turkey I got are the ones from... Oh, there you go. Yeah. Well, Jigs, we might be able to solve that problem. If you're willing, I'm going to be sending out some... I mean, I'll send you some regardless, because you've been very generous to me, to say the least. But I'll send you some 13-year-old turkey, and I'd like to have several guys on and just kind of talk about it, because I got to send you a bunch of stuff anyway. One of these days I'm going to do that. Yeah, but I'm thinking you, John Kranz, Shred. Let's see who else was Ben and Great Shot. You five will be getting some turkey 13, just 1 ounces, because obviously I can't really get more of it. Came all the way from Australia, but you lucky five are getting a 1 ounce of that there, and probably going to send at least 1 ounce to the Turks if they don't have it, because they too have sent me a lot of stuff. See here, Doug H. Just saying cheers to me. Appreciate that. You can always tell there are only 2 types of people: those at Fred's on Friday night and those that wish that's right. Yeah, I think we all wish we were at Fred's on a Friday night. Exceptional, low proof, and you need to like a sweet one. Yeah, for sure. It is on the sweeter side, like a lot of like black cherry, but man, is it good. Bourbon to start the day? Yeah, I mean, do you not, Phil? It feels like after a long night of chewing on crazy hot peppers, that whiskey is the right thing to start your day with. Not right after the peppers, though. Cheers to you, Phil. Good to see you. Let's see here. I saw. By the way, Phil, I saw you eat. What is it? The 2X, right? 10X. What is the crazy X pepper? The one that has the X on it. Yeah, man. I imagine that was intense. Your bowels. You must have like an iron gut, man. Having a Doc Swenson's cognac finish cast strength neck pour is solid. Cool, man. Sounds good. I tell you, Doc Swenson's is some of my favorite MGP source stuff. They really are some fantastic stuff. Mr. Jiggs, I can open one and send you a sample to compare to the new one. Oh, you do have some. Okay, I got you. Well, that would be interesting. Yeah, we could compare and see if they've changed over the years. Yeah, that'd be fun. Drinking a little Evan Williams right now after eating a Dragon's Breath with Pepper X sauce on it. Wow. I tell you, Phil, you're doing the Lord's work or something. I don't. Hats off to you, man. You know, I actually collected hot sauces for a while, and then I got to the point that you can only spend so much time in the bathroom, and then it becomes a little bit annoying, taking up too much of your day. So I cut back on my hot sauce intake. Just remember some Doc Swenson's. Oh, that's true. That's fair. That is fair that some is not. So maybe that is not. The one I have is, but yeah. Anyway, let's get into my first sip of whiskey, though, here, finally. Yeah, that's starting to open up pretty nice now. Very leathery. Very leathery. Like, smells like scotch and leather-bound books, to quote, what is it? Ron Burgundy. Pepper X does not have a defined source. Think further south. Yeah, indeed. I'd imagine so. Man, super, super leathery on the nose and barrel. Tons of barrel char and leather. Feel like I'm in a leather shop that's next to a fire pit. Interesting nose. I'm curious what this nose will be like once this bottle opens up some. Anyway, first sip of the night. Cheers, everybody. Oh, wow. That finish is something else. Still going. That is tasty. I like that. It is a little drying mid-palate. And maybe just a tad drying on the finish, but I kind of like that. I like that heavy oak presence. It's very heavy oak without it being too much, at least in my opinion. I know some people vary on the level of oak they want in their mouth. Wood. But yeah, man, that's a tasty one. I believe Great Shot has it as well. I think he picked himself up one as well when he grabbed mine. It seems like he did. I'm curious to see what he thinks about this if he's on tonight. Man, all the dark notes that I love in bourbon, though. Man, another fantastic one by Nancy. Of course, I had to get this one because it is my birth month this month, so had to get the October. Missed it last year. Yeah, that is dark. I dig it. It's good stuff. Actually has some notes that are similar to this guy that we'll be drinking here shortly. Yeah, that's really good. Amazing all the sugar-free options you have in the U.S. We have Fresca, and that's about it. Oh, interesting. I would, that's odd to me, Peter, because I would have thought it would be the other way around. Of course, this is just like lightly flavored seltzer water. I don't really do the sugar-free drinks because they usually have artificial sweeteners in them, and I'm not really about that. So I actually want something that is just naturally sugar-free. So yeah, LaCroix, man, and all the seltzer waters. Because I think most of you already know, but I'm on this like crazy ass carnivore diet. So no carbs of any kind, which includes any sugars. So yeah, these things have become pretty popular in my house. Adam Whiskey Shit's in the house. What's up, brother? Good to see you, man. Saw you hop on Livewire there Sunday. Good times, man. Is there going to be a return of Adam? I don't know. We'll see. Also, how are things progressing with wedding stuff, man? Hopefully things are going well. Actually, while I'm on the subject of Adam, so later tonight, we're going to be doing, of course, after Whiskey Wars, Mash and Metal. We're going to be doing 10 solos, guitar solos, that you may not know, but you should. And the reason I say that is because there's a Parkway Drive song in there. So I know Adam will know the song, but I would say most people probably won't. So yeah. And several other fantastic songs that are kind of lesser known. So that'll be fun. And of course, all you rock and metal fans, have your lesser known guitar solos ready for the request hour after I get through mine. And we're just playing the solo. We're not playing the whole song. So just the solo of the song. And I'm not even going to tell you guys what the song is or who the band is until after you hear the solo. And I'm going to have you guys score them, of course, 1 to 10. How awesome are these solos? And then I'll tell you what they are. So, yeah, and then you guys can do your whole request thing after that. And curious to see what you guys come up with as well. I think I've picked some. There's a couple that I would say are maybe more well-known. I'm kind of starting with stuff that's less obscure and then getting more obscure as we go down the list. But nothing is like crazy, like artist that only has 2 followers, nothing like that. But most of these are bigger bands, but just songs that, maybe not got the light shined on them as much as they should. Unfortunately, I doubt I'll still be awake by the time. Oh, yeah. Well, yeah, that is unfortunate. I'm thinking about potentially flipping the time slots around some weeks, doing Mash and Metal early and then doing Whiskey Wars late. Since Whiskey Wars ends up basically just being drunk talk anyway, why not just do that after we've already been drinking some? And then it makes me easy. I'm a better DJ when I'm sober. So yeah, there you go. Cheers, Doug H. No one hopping on. All my regulars are not here, which is odd. There must be some very important stream going on. I don't even know who's streaming tonight. I never keep up with these things. I know that the Wrench is on. Of course, he always is around this time. I don't know who else. Shane streaming, maybe? I don't know. Anyway, back to you guys, though. So we had a few folks drop in what they are drinking. Actually, Doug H. and the Friday at Fred's crew, what are you guys sipping on, as well as Adam and Sugar Kitty? Peter White said what he had. Alex, you got anything in the glass, man? Yeah, everybody drop in what you're drinking. I got to say, really enjoying this Still Austin Cast Drink Nancy pick from October. So leathery. Yeah, that's nice. Ooh, a little bit of Coca-Cola there. No, I mean, you guys are important. I'm just not that important. That's what I meant. I meant that there must be some big streamer somewhere that has all the regulars. Getting some grub. We'll be on later. Okay, cool, man. Cheers, Ben. We were hopping on. Cool. Yes. Awesome. All three of my Swensons are blended mash bills of MGP. No, Jigs, all of you are very important. I love all you guys. I appreciate you guys hanging out here on a Friday night. I know you guys could be anywhere else, and you choose to spend your Friday nights with me, so that's awesome. I'm pouring some 4-Gate Calvin 60. Oh, okay. I actually get to try that at Bourbon on the Banks, Alex, and I thought it was good. It didn't wow me, but I thought it was good. It was a good pour. Of course, I'm not the biggest Four Roses guy, and I've been told by a very good source that that's where that's from. And yeah, I thought Calvin 60 was good, but I would say, given everything I had that day, Calvin 60 was kind of middle of the road, given what was there. Yeah. Of course, we had just some absolutely stupidly good stuff there at the meetup after Bourbon on the Banks, including this sample that I got right here, which I may or may not get into tonight. But this is a Joseph Magnus Batch 9. That's right, just 09. The 9th iteration of Joseph Magnus. And it was ridiculous good. Yeah, thank you for Blake Benson for the sample bottle. And I think Blake actually brought that bottle as well. But yeah, holy crap. That is a truly exceptional whiskey that I will probably never have again. So very happy to get a little sample there. Sounds like a good time, Sean. I'm doing great, man. Wedding planning is coming along, and I'm enjoying not drinking most Sunday nights for now. Hey, fair enough, man. I get that totally. You know, I love Mike and you as well when you were both on, but Sunday nights are rough, man. It's a rough time slot for me to drink heavy. It leads to bad Mondays, and when you start the week off bad, then it's already Monday, and if you start off hungover, it makes for a bad week. I wish you guys were like Saturday night or two. Well, see, the thing is, there's somebody that I watch pretty much every night. So Ben's Saturday. So if you guys were also Saturday, you have to work out time slots. And then Tuesday nights are good because I'm usually off Wednesdays. But that's 21090. So yeah, it's just what can you do? Cheers all from a cell phone lot waiting for Renee's plane to land. Oh, okay. That's always fun. Yeah, well, enjoy, man. So I'm assuming nothing in the glass, but hopefully soon. Hopefully soon she's in the car and you can get home and have some whiskey. Yeah, I assume you'll need it after all the airport non. Don't know of a bigger one. Oh, okay. Well, I guess that's yeah. Let's see here. Cheers to Alex. Hey, Darrell's in the house. What's up, Darrell? Cheers, buddy. Got to hang out with this great-looking fella here at Bourbon on the Banks. For any of you that have met Darrell, then you know that he is a fantastic-looking human being. And also just a genuinely nice guy. Yeah. Him and Whack, both fantastic. I'd met the Turks before, but they're also amazing. Met also the Norseman, Jason. Norseman Only Drams. That was the first time. Met Jason C. for the first time. Good stuff. Man, so many great people. Cheech and his wife, met them in person for the first time. Met Scotty, the Hawk. Of course, my bourbon journey. Big Vic, which I now call Medium Vic because I'm taller than Vic, and he's probably going to curse me out if he hears me say that, but that's okay. Yeah, man, there were so many great people there, so many great bottles. It was a blast. I probably drank way more than I should have. Darrell can probably confirm that. He was there. Yeah, but man, so many. And Jeff and you guys just bought a hell of an Airbnb. It was ridiculous. I don't know what the bottle count was. Had to have been 60, 70 bottles, something like that, easily. Maybe more. Maybe it was more like 100. I don't know. That it was a whole table of whiskey bottles. And nothing on the table was crap. Everything was at least good to completely ridiculous, exceptional, once in a lifetime kind of pours. Like the Joseph Magnus Batch 9. Just, yeah, it was fantastic. So glad I went. Had an absolute blast. It was killer to meet everybody. Yeah. So many cool people there.
Is the stream good? No, you got to close that.
And there we go. Doug and Fred have joined me. What's up, fellas? How we doing?
Guys, how's everything?
I'm doing good, man. Got some good whiskey in the glass. Now we got some people to hang out with.
That's right. We're kind of bored over here. We got two people, just me and Fred tonight.
I was going to say it's kind of quiet there.
Well, they came and left, so we still hanging.
We still got a few bottles out though, Sean.
Yeah.
Okay.
We might have 10 different. We might have 10 different bottles right now.
So what do we got? What do we got in the glass, fellas?
Pour me one up. We ain't got nothing, Sean. Look, I ain't got nothing.
I got JT Mellick in my glass right now.
Oh, okay. That's the rice whiskey? Is that what that is?
That's the rice whiskey. Yes.
Very good.
Very good. And I got a special bottle coming from Aston Journey.
Give me that green bottle. Green.
Oh, did you get the new 4-gate pick?
Yeah. No.
Oh. We're doing a little stall. Double oak rye.
Oh yeah, okay.
Pour it up on me. Oh well, yeah. There we go.
Yeah, good stuff, man. Sure, Kitty saying you only watch one a night. That's even worse than only watching one at a time.
I think we're freezing up.
Yeah, sorry, sure, Kitty. What's that, Doug? Your audio dropped. One more time.
I said, Fred, the internet is a little slow tonight, it looks like.
Oh, yeah. Okay, I got you.
Yeah, we might have.
You dropping too, Sean.
I think Fred's internet's kind of slow tonight.
Well, they're rubbing forks together to try and get it to work.
That's it.
Sometimes it works, sometimes it don't, right?
I've never been down your way. How rural is your area, Fred?
Yeah, you froze.
It's you, Fred.
No, look, I'm looking good. Sean's the one that froze.
Oh, is it me? Okay.
I'm right in my wheelhouse.
All right, well, I'm moving on to this kind of craft distillery here, the Ella Jones, which was surprisingly good. What's that, Doug? I guess Sure Kitty's thing, I said it wrong.
Get us off. Sean, we're going to try again, Sean.
Okay, fair enough.
Close out. We're going to try. We're trying again.
If we don't say nothing, you look good. We just don't have to talk.
No,
that's all right. I mean, I'm getting most of the conversation, enough to know what you guys are saying.
I think it caught up, Sean. I think we caught up. Yeah, you're looking good now. All right.
Okay, fantastic. So Peter White saying, so no 5-minute SRV scorching solos. Possibly. We might get to that during the request hour there. Pouring the last of a bottle of the Prideful Goat 6-year rye. Pretty good stuff. I'll probably try the 6-year bourbon next time. Yeah, man. That is one fancy shirt shot. Yeah, man. It's probably my favorite shirt. Kind of kind of a Lemmy-esque look I got going tonight. Black Western shirt with the black cowboy hat. And Jake's also saying, I'm just here for the shirt.
Sean, how was that 923, Elijah Craig? I just picked up a bottle.
It is killer, in my opinion, man. I love it. I think it's fantastic.
I have an open mind. I haven't opened mine up yet. I don't want to bring it to Fred. He might drink it all.
I'm not gonna go as far as others have. I mean, some people have said it's their favorite ECBP ever. I'm not gonna say that. Some have said it's the best. It's probably the best in 2 or 3 years. Yeah, probably the best in at least 2 years, I would say.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it's fantastic. I really, really love it. It'll be in the mix when it comes to whiskeys of the year this year. That's for sure.
Now, Sean, why does everybody make fun of us? That's what we want to know.
Makes fun of you guys?
Oh yeah, we always have trouble for some reason.
Oh, I mean, I imagine it might be the dial-up internet. I can't say for sure.
I told him he's got to upgrade. He don't listen to me.
Well,
Do you hear? Is that going on in the background?
I heard him walking and it connected, so I feel I'm good. You know.
All right, so you had a great time at Bourbon on the Banks. I'm guessing, right?
Oh man, it was such a blast. Yeah, met this fella here as well. Whack, what's up, brother? Cheers, man. Yeah.
We don't like Jeffrey.
You know, at the end, near the end of the night, Whack was just like handing me bottles. He's like, "No, you got to try this too. You got to try this." And I'm the sucker. I'm like, "Okay, yeah, let's do it, man."
Hey, this community is so great, right? You got Jeff, you got Kelsey, Darrell, everybody's just so great. That's it. Like Ethan and Katie. You know,
well, I'm sort of like the back end. Yeah, pour it. I'll take it. Yeah, give me another one. Pour
it. Yeah, that's exactly me there, Fred. Yeah, that's what I was doing. Okay, so my count was way off. So yeah, probably double what I said. So Darrell saying probably north of 150 bottles. Yeah, Blake, so Blake himself brought 60. That doesn't surprise me. Yep. So Blake was another one.
Blake is another awesome guy in this community. Blake.
Yep.
Yep. Blake was another one. Blake was another one that just kept pouring me stuff. He's like, "No, you got to try this too." I was like, "Okay." Copper Wolf, what's up, buddy? Cheers, man. Get into the bar to what store? Oh. Going into the bar to stir bottles, may have to flip a coin for the next pour. There you go, Peter. Yeah, I'd say you got a few things to choose from what I hear. Hello, friend. Yes, indeed. Yeah, man. It was such a blast hanging out with everybody at Bourbon on the Banks. If we do it again next year, I cannot wait. It'll be the one event that I make sure I make every year now.
So you're telling us Fred and I we got to join one of these.
Well, where was this at, Sean? Bourbon on the Bank. Where's that at?
It was in Frankfort, Kentucky.
Yes.
So I mean, the event itself was cool, and we had a lot of fun at the event as well. And it is, I mean, for what you're paying, it's not bad. So it's $65 if you're there the whole day. I had to come late because of work reasons, so I was just there for the last 2 hours. But still, I mean, you can hit all the booths you want to hit in 2 hours. And I mean, and it's unlimited samples. You know, you just keep going up to different booths and trying whatever you want.
But it's meeting everybody was so great, right? Meeting all the people that show up and, spending time with them, I guess, with Jeff and everybody who showed up.
Dog. It's all about the drinking.
No.
It's all about the drinking.
Yeah, I mean, you're right, Doug. The best part was for sure the meetup afterwards. The meetup afterwards where we all got to kind of hang out and talk because everybody's kind of walking around at Bourbon on the Banks. But we were all at the Airbnb and we were all hanging out talking and just shooting the shit. That was the best. Yeah, it was a blast, man. I loved it. I cannot wait for the next one. Yeah, and just too, just getting to meet people in person for the first time. Yeah, I mean, I probably met half the channels I've been watching for 3-4 years. I finally got to meet all these people finally. So yeah, it was awesome.
What you want? Starlight? Oh, you just had Starlight.
No, I just had the Starlight.
The Gators eat data packets down there. There you go.
What sugar kitty saying?
Talking about the gators are stealing your internet. All those gators down there. Doug and Fred are talking Cajun. You understand? You still like guess where you're. There you go.
No. You want me to talk some Cajun now? I can talk some Cajun now. You want to go around the trip and
There we go. Yeah, that's a good one, Peter. Yeah, an old ECBP. That's always the way to go. Z-Man in the house. Right, so cheers, buddy. What's that, Doug?
Man. All right, Sean, what bottles you got up here you like up here? Out of those 4 right there, what you like?
So this is one that Chris and Lil told me. It's very good. I mean, it doesn't stand up to these, but that's not really fair. But this is a really cool bottle. So the brand name is Ella Jones. It's out of Colorado, and they're kind of a craft distillery. But when we opened this the previous weekend, I hung out with Chris and Lil as well, and we opened this at their Airbnb. And the reason we opened it is because they weren't expecting a whole lot. They thought it'd be okay, but weren't thinking it was going to be great. And we opened it, and we all thought it was pretty dang good. I mean,
wait a minute now. So that's why you opened it, so they couldn't take it home with them. I see, right?
Well, no. Lil opened it herself. I mean, I may have talked her into it, but but no, yeah, it's So if you guys can get your hands on this, I think it's worth a try. I feel like C. Jackson. I feel like he's the one that gave it to them. So maybe if you see him in chat, maybe talk with him if you want to get your hands on one. But there's some pretty interesting notes in this that you don't find a lot. And, there's a little bit of craftiness to it, but it's not, of the craft distilleries I've had, it's a pretty dang good bottle. Darrell saying this may be a yearly thing for us. I had an absolute blast. Well, awesome, man. I hope so. Because me too, man. The whole thing was fantastic. One thing I will say is next year we have to work out better means of transportation to and from the event. But that aside, the event itself and then the hangout afterwards was absolutely killer. I had an absolute blast. It was the best. Yeah.
Well, what do you call that? Uber or whatever that wasn't available.
Well, so the problem is that Chris and Lil's Airbnb was in Lexington, which is like 45 minutes away.
Oh, whoa, yeah. Okay.
So to Uber would have been pretty costly.
Right. Yeah.
And so Lil is like the master of logistics. Like if you need something worked out, talk to Lil, she'll get it worked out. And so she found this shuttle service that was going to be $20 each way, which would have been a pretty good deal.
It's cheap.
But so Lil had her ride set up, I had set up mine, and then they never showed. They just never showed up. And so then I ended up just driving to Frankfurt, and then driving us back, which was not the best idea because I wasn't,
Yeah.
That's usually what I always end up doing. I'm always a designated driver for some reason. Now, Fred, I have no idea why.
Wait a minute, Fred, you only got to go 10 steps to the house now.
Well, I can handle that.
But yeah, so I mean, now thankfully, there wasn't any danger of me getting us into an accident because I had 3 passengers and Vic hardly drank at all because he was in tremendous pain. His back was killing him. And so he was in my passenger side. And I said, Vic, if you see me fading or anything, you just punch me in the arm. And so like we were fine, but I don't like to drive when I'm,
Right. Yeah.
So,
well, nobody does.
Right. You want to have a good time. You don't want to have problems.
So your right arm, you had to drink with your left arm after you get back, right?
Yeah, there you go. No, I mean, I'm a professional. I've been doing this a while, so
there you go.
Hey, that's what we are.
I know I'm a pro.
But yeah, no, we made it back safe, but it wasn't ideal. So next year we're gonna definitely try and work things out to where things are different. But anyway,
we got to show up to something one time.
I know we do. We will be there. We'll get there.
Yeah, I mean, if you guys can make it up to Frankfurt next year, it's the whole thing is great. I mean, I loved the event itself. I would go just to the event again, even if nobody was there, just because I thought it was pretty good. I really liked, and plus, I got to meet Freddie Johnson from Buffalo Trace there at the event. That was really cool. We had a drink together.
How many vendors did they have there? How many?
Oh man,
what were all the different, pours?
Well, given how bad my bottle guess number was just a while ago, I'm probably going to undershoot this as well. I don't know, somewhere around 60, 80, something like that. There was a lot.
Yeah. All right. What was your top 5?
I think my favorite thing that I had there, the Calvin 60 would be in the mix. As far as what we had there, that was really good. Also, Buzzard's Roost had a cigar blend rye that was fantastic.
I got one of those. I don't know what batch it was. I got an open bottle right now. I bought a few months ago, actually.
Yeah, I mean, so I guess I'm assuming the one they had there was their latest batch, but that was really good. But yeah,
there was the bottle share was better.
Oh yeah. Oh, yeah, not even close. Yeah, right. I mean, yeah, Bourbon on the Banks was cool, just, getting to try things I wouldn't normally try. But the meetup was, that's where it was at. Yeah. And also we had like so much damn pizza. Like, yeah, so I cheated on my diet for sure. But like, I guess it was the Turks and Jeffrey combined. I'm not sure exactly who all bought the pizzas, but we had 8 22-inch pizza. No, is that right? 22.
Holy shit!
Just giant ass pizzas. Yeah, there was so much pizza. In fact, me, Chris, Lil, and Vic, because we were all in the same Airbnb. They sent us home with 2 giant pizzas, like we were gonna eat that. Yeah. But yeah, no, it was a blast, man. Had so much fun meeting everybody. Yeah, I cannot recommend it. If we do it next year, if you can make it, if anybody can make it, you should make it. Yeah, it's the whole thing was just a ton of fun, and also the bar that was down below the Airbnb was also really great. Vic bought me a pour of a pour of a, I'm going to say a 2003 rare breed, which was fantastic, just killer. It was great.
Now was this the first annual, or has this been going on for a while?
No,
I believe this is the first one. As far as I know, this is the first time we've done this. Yeah.
No, I mean like
Bourbon on
the Banks. Has this been going on for a while, or?
That I'm not sure on. It's the first time we've all met up as far as I know. But I don't know, how long the company that runs it's been doing it. Did the chat stop? I haven't had anybody.
Yeah, I haven't seen too much in the chat. Maybe because Fred and I got on.
Yeah. We froze you, Sean.
I don't know, like, because no one has said anything in chat for like 13 minutes. It shows that there's still 20 people watching, which is surprising. But okay, there we go. I guess it's just really behind. Okay.
Okay, yeah. Cowboy.
Doug and Fred, I hear that Louisiana accent there.
Accent.
Actually, what part of Louisiana are you guys from?
We're about 6 miles outside of New Orleans.
Okay.
And usually, Sean, we usually stay 6 miles from New Orleans.
I don't blame you on that. I've been to New Orleans one time during Mardi Gras when I was a young man, and it was interesting.
Yeah.
It's not really my thing.
Like I said, Sean, I live here. I haven't been in Orleans Parish. That's a county, every place else. I haven't been in Orleans Parish probably in 4 or 5 years. I mean, I'll stay out of that place.
Now, I still go to eat because they do have a lot of nice restaurants. But I still go.
He takes his life in his own hands. I don't.
I mean, I would say that's probably my favorite part of Louisiana is the food. I love Cajun food. Yeah, I don't like the temperatures. It's too much like Florida.
I think we're 85 right now.
Oh, it's a beautiful day tonight.
But it's pretty nice.
No. No, it's 51 here. That's beautiful, man.
It's freezing over there.
No, it's freezing where you at, Sean.
No,
I have the heater on and everything.
I walk my dog with no shirt in this weather. Hey, there we go. Darrell, what's up, buddy?
Cheers, Darrell.
Hey, what's going on?
Not much, man.
How are you all?
Good. Yeah, I clearly undershot the bottle count by.
Yeah, you did. Yeah, there was a good amount.
Yeah.
At that Airbnb, man, it was nuts.
It was a huge table and it was full of whiskey. I know that. Yeah, no, man. What a great time though. I had such a blast.
Okay.
Likewise.
Now, Darrell, how's your daughter doing?
She's doing well. She's downstairs right now with
Glad to hear that.
my in-laws, probably napping. She wrapped herself in a blanket that Black Bourbon family had gotten made for her.
You see? Oh, okay. You got the blanket?
Yeah, it arrived today. Yep. So
I
she
thought that
loved
was
it.
pretty cool.
Nah, yeah, me too. Yeah, but she wrapped herself with that and like ran off downstairs, and I haven't seen her yet.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah.
Chris in the house, the fellow that I got this bottle from. Yeah, Chris, I just finished pouring this and going through it, just telling everybody about the Ella Jones. And of course, I'm going to be saving a pretty large sample of that for you guys. Thank you again, Chris, for that. And of course, the Turkey 13, man.
Chris is talking about the troublemakers. Look, he's talking about Darrell and Sean.
Yeah, I guess he ain't talking about us.
Clearly.
Yeah, I'm the troublemaker.
Sean Willis in the house. Cheers, buddy.
So, Darrell, what you sipping on?
This is Big Vic's. Well, not his pick, but it was a pick that he got me of Knob Creek called Beamtag.
Okay. Oh, that's the one they talk about a lot, I think. Is that one he talks about a lot? Okay, yeah.
It's really good. It's a really good pick.
Okay, so Copper Wolf says he's in Appaloosa himself. So I don't know where that is from you guys, but
it's a little bit west of us and a little bit north. But yeah, he's a good old Cajun boy. Yeah, that's a good old boy.
Look at Tim. Cheers, Tim.
What's up,
Rob in the house?
Cheers, Tim. Come on.
I got that.
I got that.
Yeah, right.
And Wood saying he's only an hour away from Louisiana, but he can't stand the low Louisiana speed limits. So Darrell, from your recollection, favorite pour of the bottle share? I know it's a tough call because there were so many in, but
I think the top two I had was the cigar blend you got that Scotty brought, and the bottle that Jeff brought. One of them, that Bardstown Chateau, the original.
Oh yeah, damn, yeah, that was really good.
That's the first one that came out. That's supposed to be the best, right?
But I will say, I think this, like me and I think Jeff blinded them while we were there, and I chose the cigar blend over that. Like that. Oh, that batch is freaking it's so damn good, man.
Yeah, that's why I had to get some. I was like, Blake, can I get a little of that?
I'll never see it again, but I do remember vividly how fantastic it was.
Yeah, and so that, like, once I got to the Airbnb, because I didn't have a ton at Bourbon on the Banks, mainly because there just wasn't a whole lot that I was super interested in. I had the Calvin 60 and then that Buzzard's Roost cigar. And then I retried a Peerless Double Oak just to see if maybe I had a bad sample, and no, it's bad. At least in my opinion, I just don't care for the Peerless Double Oak. But and that's all I really had there. Well, I take that back. I also had a little bit of an ECBP pick that this nonprofit was doing that was not great. But anyway, I won't talk about that on there. So I hope they get a lot of kids that need scholarships money, but their picks are not good. Anyway, so by the time I got to the Airbnb, I was fine. And so that was one of the first things that Blake said I had to try was the Joseph Magnus 9.
Yeah.
And yeah, so I wouldn't say it was a fresh palate, but I wasn't like gone yet. And my God, yeah, what a bottle. Just crazy good.
That thing's delicious.
Yeah. So I might just do this as just a review, just for fun, because
just to see how good if it really was that good, Sean.
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to do it like in the mix of all this because it won't be really fair. So, but yeah, what a freaking bottle, man! And then that Chateau was that also Blake's, or who brought the Chateau de Wax? Oh, his wax. Okay.
Yeah, the whack.
Yeah. That was a heck of a bottle too. I remember trying to find one. Here they like just immediately went to secondary prices, like when they came out. So I never saw them at retail, and I didn't get up to the distillery before they were gone. So, yeah, but that was a heck of a bottle as well. And then Jeff's ECBP pick was really good. I don't know if it'd be like top 2 or 3, but that was really good.
The one that we poured at Heaven Hill.
I guess so. I don't remember what the information was on that. That was fairly late in the night.
Probably that one, because I don't think we had any picks, any actual single barrels while we were there. We all poured or did like a tour that allowed us to pour either an Elijah Craig, a Larceny, a Select Stock. So most of us ended up choosing the Elijah Craig, but that was really good. I think it was a 10-year, I believe. Mine, I took out of the car, and it literally just fell out of my hands and shattered everywhere.
Oh,
so that was nice.
Yay!
Yeah, so don't have mine, but I do remember trying it a couple times while we were there. It was pretty good.
That sucks, man.
Cheers.
Wasn't too happy.
Chris, I can't check my phone. I plugged it in upstairs, charging it, and then I forgot to grab it before I started the stream. So yeah.
Did y'all see that video that Jason put out of y'all with everybody at y'all resort? I guess at your
Oh no, I didn't see the video of that.
Yeah, he did about a 15-minute video of y'all doing different things, and it was pretty cool. If you
was it on
wasn't
Patreon?
there, no, he did it on, I think, Instagram, I believe. If you just
okay,
I think he did it about maybe a week or so ago.
Oh yeah,
the video the whole time he was there, and he put a little thing together. It was pretty cool watching it.
Oh, Norseman.
Yeah, the Norseman. Yeah, Jason.
No, I'm thinking Jason C. Sorry.
No,
that thing was like 45 minutes long. I watched the whole thing. It was really good.
It was pretty cool. I thought, I'm saying 15 minutes, but it was pretty cool. I watched the whole thing too. Yeah, you got to see really what was going on.
Yeah,
doing your own bottling and different things. Yeah, it was pretty cool.
Yeah, good stuff.
He documented everything. I didn't even know he caught all that.
50s in Southern Ontario. That must be summertime.
Yeah, so this was another one that was really good, even though it was low proof, and I probably should have tried it sooner in the night. But that JW Dent was really good. The old Heaven Hill, man. Yeah,
that was.
And yeah, the Turkey 13, Chris, that is maybe my favorite 90 proofer ever. I think that's a safe bet. I'm not like a low proof guy, but yeah, that Turkey 13 is good stuff, man.
You go full screen?
Was it at the bottle share? I don't remember that one.
No. So Chris brought me that personally from Australia.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, it's pretty dang good. Hey, Cheats in the house. What's up? Yeah, I guess you guys were saying that earlier, and I missed it. Buddy. What's up, Cheats?
Deathless dog.
Got to meet Cheats in person as well. Good times. Also, Baller. What's up, Lee? Cheers, buddy. Low 50s in Southern Ontario. Still shorts weather. That's right, Peter. Yeah, man. I go out in shorts and no shirt to walk my dog. It's perfect.
Shorts.
I'm in sweatpants and a hoodie at 50 degrees.
Man. It's good.
50 degrees. I got my heater on, my sweats on.
That's cold around here.
Shit,
makes you feel alive, man. A good brisk breeze.
So does some heat.
No, that's the thing. So I'm wearing shorts, and it's probably like 65 in my basement right now because I don't heat it unless it gets really low. And I'm hot just wearing this long sleeve shirt and this shirt. Well, yeah. Anyway, you know what I'm trying to say. Whatever the thing is, and the hat. Dan in the house. Cheers, buddy. And good job. Another revolution around the sun, man. You made it through another one. Yeah, yesterday was.
Now, Sean, we started at 3.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
What was that, Doug?
I said we started at 3:00 today.
Oh, okay, yeah. So a late start then.
Yeah, that's all right. So,
Shirt off and hard nipples. You know it, Adam.
shit, it's 85 and my freaking nipples are hard, man. This son of a bitch. Shit.
Man, though, this C923, I'm gonna have to find a backup for this. It's definitely my favorite ECBP in, I don't know, 2-3
Couple
years.
years, right?
Yeah.
Now, I got a brother-in-law that's been having one for 3 fucking
2 weeks.
For
Can you
2
tell how
weeks.
much I like it?
and
Oh
I
yeah,
still-
man.
I
Yeah.
still haven't tasted.
Well, I got mine late, so I've only had it open a week and a half, I guess, something like that.
Chris and Lil want to come to New Orleans. Look.
Yes. Oh shit.
Oh, come on, Copper Wolf.
Yeah, he's a Louisiana boy, I think. Huh?
You know, the thing is, though, that I can't go the other way. I can't deal with heat.
I love
Whereas, like a buddy of mine, like it can be 90, and they're gonna be just sweat running down his face, and he's good. Like he doesn't even hardly drink water. And I'll just be ready to die. You know, like this is awful.
No,
So look, we stay in the 80s from probably April
I might be in
all the
shorts.
way through
Yeah,
November.
I might be in shorts on Christmas, and I love that kind of weather. I love that shit. I don't want that cold stuff.
I love the cold, man. I do. Like I love it when it's cold enough to wear a jacket, which has to be like below 40. But
the opposite.
I love wearing jackets, man. I like the look of a jacket.
Oh,
We need to
Chris,
experience that
come on
patio.
down.
Indeed.
We can have the patio, buddy. Come on.
Yeah,
down.
we need to plan as a community, plan a Friday at Fred's meetup.
Hey, Sean, not in August.
Not in August. I'm gonna come in the middle of January.
Yeah, it might be 60.
Oh, I know all about it, man. I lived in South Florida for most of my life, so.
But I'll have my patio wrapped up in tarps and heaters on. We'll have it nice and toasty.
Yeah, man, I can't. If I'm sweating, I'm kind of pissed off. So, yeah.
Jesus, this bottle gets better every freaking time I pour it.
I'm telling you, man.
I sit back. I look back at the bottle to make sure I pulled the right one because it tasted like it was an older batch for a second.
Right? You thought you might have grabbed an 18 or 19?
Yeah. Like
Copper Wolf is right. I was
Yeah,
in
it's
long
on
pants and
Louisiana,
a long sleeve shirt 2 days ago, and today I'm in shorts and sleeveless shirt. You're right.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna do a second pour of that one.
like upon
Nice,
first
right,
crack, I thought it was
Next week we're gonna pour out
good,
920.
but nothing crazy.
Well, I hope
But,
so.
yeah, it progressively got better each time I went back to it.
Me and you.
Yeah, man, I love the finish on this bottle. It's just
Yeah,
great.
that's an older one, so that's 13 years now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's all the great things that older bourbon is, you know, like it's the things you can't fake. Like the note of old wood. You know.
Gotta love the old wood.
Yeah. I got a thing
You
for
gotta
old
think
wood.
too, at 13 right? As the
Right, you know
youngest,
about-
you
wait a
know
minute.
there's old
Ex-
stuff
Fred-
there.
Fred-
I
You know,
guarantee
bro.
you, I know about old wood. Let me tell you.
How good is it,
Probably
Darrell?
some 14, 15-year-old stuff in this bottle.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna say it's probably my favorite since C920. Yeah.
Now, that's
I
the
can probably agree with
oldest one they released in a while.
It's the oldest age-stated one they've ever released.
Okay, ever. Okay.
Yeah, it's always been 12 years, besides the batch rate before this, which was like, I think 11 years, 5 months, I believe.
Although I think we all pretty much feel like some of those older batches were much older than 12.
Yeah, the pirate bottles, like, I'll be surprised if they didn't have like 15 to 16-year-old stuff in it.
Yeah.
Like, that's how incredible those every single one of them. And it's night and day. As soon as you get to the new release, you're like, oh, that's different.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just like this is getting back to that old, like, kind of dusty Rick House funk, man. I don't know. It's that stuff you can't fake with old bourbon.
Yeah.
All right, Fred, I'm not drinking that bottle. I'm not bringing that bottle to you.
Well, Copper Wolf's already in.
Damn, it's so freaking
You got
good.
a backup?
Yeah.
All right, we got a backup. We're good. All right.
Yeah, for anyone that hasn't picked it up yet, even if you've been skipping ECBPs for a while, don't skip this one.
No.
I'd say you could probably skip the B batch this year, like it was whatever, and like A as well is kind of whatever, but don't.
Now, how come Alex? Now, how come I'm my buddy Alex? We got to meet Alex at Shane's last year. We got to get Alex to join Friday at Fred's tonight.
I wore my moose shirt yesterday.
Where's Alex at? Come on, buddy.
I think you need to say "Kill Homan" 3 times, and then that summons Alex onto the stream. So kill Homan, kill Homan, kill Homan. Let's see if it works.
He's a Scotch boy.
Cheers, David. David, description.
DMC, what's up, buddy?
Hey, what's up, David? Yeah, Dave was there as well. Dave and his wife were at Burn on the Banks and the meetup. Yeah, man. As I knew I was forgetting other people. Stacy, actually, I need to get another new bottle that I didn't mention. I'm a terrible friend. Stacy brought me this, which is so this is Whiskey War, which is a distillery out of Ohio.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, I love the topper. Look at that. How fantastic is that? It beats a stinking horsey. I know that. And this is finished in Pedro Jimenez sherry barrels. At first, on the first pour, now granted, I had the first pour that night after I had many other things. I didn't love it. So I kind of let it sit for a week or so. And I doubt it had really time to open up or anything like that. But I tried it again Wednesday night after my live review. And I got to say, I think my opinion is totally 180 on it. I really like it.
Yeah, but when you're doing a bunch of whiskeys, I mean, one whiskey can influence the next, right? So,
for sure.
Sometimes you really don't get the real flavor of the whiskey. Correct?
I haven't had a bad one yet, though.
Well, I mean, and two, like me and Darrell were talking about, we drank a lot of kind of epic shit that night. So it's not really fair to follow those with this. Like, this is a good whiskey. It's not Joseph Magnus Batch 9 good. Like, that's not a fair thing to have in the same kind of flight, I guess you would say. Yeah, I mean, everybody brought their kind of best stuff that night, and it was pretty awesome. So
now I don't know if Darrell remembers that. Darrell, I won I think in the Bourbon Ranch maybe 2 years ago. He sent the samples of George C. Stagg 18, 19, and 20. Which we shared. Wait a minute, which we shared with 3 other people. Each pour I shared with 3 other persons, and we can all taste it.
That was Doug's first pours that he got.
Yeah, that was pretty cool.
I sent you some 4-gate too, I believe, like 4-gate.
Yeah, you sent some 4-gates too. So every time I get samples, we always a little bit here, a little bit there. We all get the sample. Something you might not try, right? So I said I ain't gonna drink it all myself. I'll share.
Speaking of a little bit.
No, something else.
I need a little something in the glass.
Yeah.
Jigs. So hold on to that thought, man. Like, if you buy one, let's say you're at the store and you see one, you buy it, and you just happen to hold on to it, and I can't find one for a month, then I might talk to you. But I imagine they'll start showing up here in Kentucky in the next couple of weeks, hopefully. That's usually about the timeline. It's usually a good month or two after everybody else gets there. So we seem to be last usually distribution wise, but they always show up here. It's just, when is the thing.
Louisiana finest right here. Look.
It is.
Yeah. I just still need to get my hands on one of those. The Turks keep talking that bottle up. So.
Oh man.
Because Mass and Journey just released a bottle.
Yeah, today.
Yeah, I happen to be on that pick actually.
It's made out of rice.
Oh, cool,
and it's unbelievable.
Yeah. Popham and Don and Mark was all on.
Hey, Latham, once it does, man, just buy up the C batch. DMC, cheers again. The moose is loose, indeed. Alex is behaving tonight.
We got it. Hey,
come on, Alex.
Alex, it's Friday at Fred's. That was the last time you saw us. It was like last year. Come on. Get you in trouble. We already in trouble, so we get somebody else in trouble.
That is a fair point, Chris. I forgot that actually. I guess I didn't pop this at the meetup. I popped it when we got back to Chris and Lil's Airbnb. So that was even after more whiskey, because this is like the last thing I had that night. So after everything I had at the meetup, then me and Chris stayed up drinking and talking and shooting the shit. And then I popped this. So then this is like it was either my last pour or second to last pour of the night. So yeah, not really fair to it. What a hell of a time though. Yeah, we're staying up till 4 a.m. even though the next day was pretty rough. But worth it. I tell you, that drive home, I left my freaking pillow at the Airbnb, which sucked.
Your favorite pillow?
Yeah, it was. But I was so tired. Like when Chris and Lil saw it and they called me, I was already a half hour away, and I was like, you know what? Just screw it. I'll get it when next time I'm in Lexington, because it's friends of theirs that they had the Airbnb through. So yeah, I'll just pop by next time I'm in Lexington, which should be just next month, and I'll get my pillow back, because I wasn't going to turn around. I was so tired. I just wanted to get home and sleep.
Okay, how long, Chris, with them in the United States? How many months?
6 weeks, Chris. Is that right? I feel like maybe it was more than that.
2 months, I thought. 6 weeks. Okay.
It might have been. It might have been 2 months.
Because they went to San Francisco. They went to a bunch of places, I believe, different cities.
And yeah, Jigs, I'm really liking this. I didn't love their standard expression. Stacy got me that like 2 years ago. Now maybe it's getting older now and maybe it's better, but Stacy keeps talking up the double oak from Whiskey War. I'm gonna have to find a way to get my hands on that as well. Of course, me and the wife have been talking about a Cincinnati trip for a while, so maybe do that, and then also swing up there and
Look at Marty. Yeah. Cheers, Marty.
Marty's in the house.
Yeah, cheers, Marty.
The blind champions.
Who's that?
That's what Marty said.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. Chris has a better recollection of the night than I do. Then you heated up pizza to have with it. Right. I did do that.
Cheers, Anthony.
6 weeks exactly. Yes.
Okay.
The blind champions. What is up, Marty? Cheers, buddy. Marty, if you feel like it, hop on, man. It's been too long.
Yeah, Sean, did you happen to see, Friday and Fred did a blind against Kelsey Dime?
Oh, God.
Oh, I met Kelsey there as well.
Hey,
look at Darrell. Darrell said,
shit. We did everything we could to distract him, right?
I was supposed to be on that one, but there was a lot of stuff going on that day at my house.
Yeah.
Hey,
Darrell, you took one look and said, ain't no way I'm getting on that.
No, I wish I was. Oh my God, I seen the outfits come out and I'm like, oh my goodness.
So Sean, me and Fred, we did Dumb and Dumber. We dressed in a tuxedo when they went to the first movie.
Right. Yeah, I got you.
So he was in blue.
We had the orange and the blue tuxedos. We were rolling, baby.
I love
it. We were ready to kick some butt.
Dumb and Dumb. It fit us perfect, right?
They were perfect costumes. Like they were like to the team. All the ruffles and the cape, like everything. Oh my God.
Love it, guys. So how'd the blind go? How'd you do?
We did all right.
Okay.
We did better than what
we did. We did a lot better than we thought we ever would. We lost by 2 points.
Well, I think they fudged a little bit.
They fudged us because of the costumes. They gave us the 2 points.
I think we got points for everything. we got points for showing up. We got points.
Yeah, I mean the costume has to be worth something.
That's right.
The whack sent all the blinds in, and we were close. We were close.
Cool, man. I like it. I got to take my blinds. I got to take my blinds more serious. I need to start dressing up myself.
We had a great time. It was fun. That's what it's all about, right?
Yeah. Oh, for sure, man. And I forgot. There's so many people I'm forgetting. I met Kelsey there as well at Bourbon Banks. There were so many people there. It's hard to remember.
You probably got to meet Jason.
Yeah, yeah, both Jasons, Jason C and
Jason C. That's correct. Yeah. Scott was Scott there?
Yeah, Scotty was there. The Hawk. Yeah, man. And of course his wife, and then Jason, his girlfriend, and
David. He was the dumb one. He was dumb. Fred was dumber.
There you go. Yeah, man. Yeah, what a killer time though. Yeah, it was a blast. I think though, at one point, Chris can confirm this, maybe. At one point, Lil was looking at me like, "Can we go, please?" Because it was already like 2 a.m. and I'm still drinking because I'm an idiot. And she was done with my shenanigans. But no, we had a blast though.
It sounded like a great effing time.
Yep.
Let me tell you.
Oh, it was, man. Yeah. At the end of the
every
night,
every meetup is pretty cool, right? Like that's it.
oh yeah. Yeah, at the end of the night, it was like me, Cheech, Whack, and Blake Benson. And I feel like Darrell was kind of popping in that conversation as well. And we're all just pouring too much whiskey. And yeah, that was when I finally tried Whack's pick. And then I feel like it was kind of around then that I finally tried the Chateau de la Bade. And what else was there?
What he wasn't?
The first iteration of the Chateau de la Bade, the Bardstown.
Bardstown, Chateau de la Bade. Now that's a whiskey. That's a bourbon. That's a
Bardstown, yeah.
Well, it's a cognac finished bourbon, right?
Okay.
Is that what?
Armagnac.
Oh, it's Armagnac. Okay.
Armagnac.
12-year MGP finished in Armagnac.
Yeah.
And it's ridiculous.
Yeah.
It's pretty dang good.
Words, I tell you.
Also got to try the Disco 11 and 10. That was cool.
Yeah, I like the Disco 10. Yeah, I never had the 11 yet.
But
11's good.
Really good. The best one I think since 4.
Oh,
Okay,
right.
yeah, I still have a half a bottle of 4. I think I tried the 6, 8, 9, and 10 so far.
10 was good. 11's just a different animal because it's all back to Kentucky, so they shied away from all that Dickling Canadian stuff that they were trying to put in there.
Yeah. 11's really good.
I think it's like mainly wild turkey too.
Yeah, which always helps.
At Cashman, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I forgot the Vascos were there as well. Yeah, there were so many people. So many people, so many whiskeys. Yeah, good times.
Yeah, a group of 10 ended up being like a group of 40.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, it was definitely had a house full.
I gotta say, I am kind of disappointed I didn't come up for Friday night though, because that was Sarah's birthday, and that looked like a blast as well.
Friday was a good time too.
Yeah,
but I think Saturday may have been an overall better day. But Friday, both days were pretty cool.
Yeah,
because it's mainly the same people minus Chad and Sarah, I believe. I think they were pretty much the only two that really weren't there on Saturday. That was there Friday.
Although I don't know if I could have handled 2 days in a row like that. So,
So, well,
that was our whole week.
Weekend of drinking can't be bad, I think.
Whose fault was that, Sean? It was mine. It was clearly mine. I mean, if you're going to keep handing me fantastic whiskey, it's really hard to say no.
Speaking of whiskey from Chris, I tried he gave me a Blanton's. I don't know if it's a straight from the barrel. It's an LMDW, but it's like a 120 something proof version. Oh my God. I still have like the 92 or the lesser proof one. I don't know if it's 92 or maybe a little under 100, but that 120 or whatever it was freaking ridiculous.
Yeah.
Like you after having that in like regular, like straight from the barrel and Blanton's, that they definitely cherry pick those barrels to make sure they get the best of the best, because that stuff was freaking super off profile, but incredible. Like, oh my god, it's so good. Like better than like a lot of GPS. Yeah, it was a limited version. It's
limited. Okay, I got a bottle. I haven't opened up Blanton from the barrel, but it wasn't a limited.
Those are still really, really good. And better than like most stags for me. But this one that you gave me was better than a lot of the GTSs that I've had.
Yeah,
like that damn thing was freaking. Oh god.
No,
yeah. So I haven't tried 100.
Darrell says it's bad, so I don't have to bring it to Fred. Just keep saying it's bad. No.
He's got all the stuff in his house.
I got a lot of bottles I haven't brung over here yet.
But he hadn't even opened them yet. I said, what the hell are you doing, Doug?
We only got about 300 bottles here right now. It's like...
Yeah, I enjoyed the half that didn't leak, Chris. I'll tell you that.
Yeah.
Oh,
and what about this 13th Colony Double Oak?
That's really good.
I think I want a sample from y'all.
You may have.
I think I did.
Actually, I got a list right here. Let me see.
I got to say, personally, now, granted, I had this really late in the night that night. So, whatever. I didn't love it. I thought it was good. Okay. I didn't love it, though. I mean,
and why? You remember too much oak, too much wood, too much what?
It was a little over oaked on the back end.
And some people don't like that, right? I mean, that's
freaking look at this guy.
Shut
up, you son of a bitch. I love it.
Hey, Fred, that's your buddy there.
Cheers.
The shred in the house.
Yeah, cheers, buddy.
What's going on, fellas?
Where did you get this stinking wig, man?
The Halloween store, bro.
Oh, okay, there you go. Yeah.
I had to chop about half of it off, though.
Oh, so this was made for a woman, I suppose.
Yeah, or whatever which way you swing,
Yeah, right. Yeah, I got you.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I didn't love the 13th Colony Double Oak, which is good because I was really trying to find one. Now I don't have to.
There you go.
So,
it got released, but it sold out so fast. I didn't have enough time to even click on it, but it sold out.
Now, I heard, Darrell, that so I guess what was there was batch 2, right? Is that correct? Yeah, and so I've heard that batch 1 was better for what it's worth. But
I think they were both good. There's a lot of people that are raving crazy about it. I think it's great. Is it like incredible to me? Like a lot of people have been saying, not really.
Yeah, that's kind of where I'm at.
But for what it is, when you look at, I guess, like a double oaked bourbon around that proof point, it's probably one of the best ones that are probably on the market. But when you're comparing it, I'm a sucker for comparing it to other whiskey that I've had. But if I just solely gauge it in that category of like double oak stuff, that barrel proof, it's probably one of the best. But
what's the price point on that?
So it varies. Like Sailbox had it for like 200, but like Kelsey got it in Arkansas for like 119 or something like that.
Yeah,
last year was even cheaper. I think it was like $99 last year.
Yeah, 200 is way too damn much for that, in my opinion.
Yeah, it's expensive. Like if people are putting it on secondary for like $600, I'm like, I don't know.
Yeah,
I got to bounce, fellas. I just wanted to pop in and say what's up.
Right,
out, man.
Right.
Kurt Cobain lives.
Trevor, did you ever get your bottle? Hey, did Shane ever send you a bottle Friday at Fred's?
He never did. I was waiting for him to, but I don't know if he forgot about me or not. But if you see him, slap him around a little for me, would you?
There you go.
I put my information in the stream one time for you. If you don't get one, let me know.
All right. Yeah. No, I definitely want to get one. He said he was going to send me one a while back, but I never got it. So, yeah.
Hey,
we got extras.
Shred, set the phone up and just go live on Mash and Metal later.
Yeah, shit, right? And a couple hours, yeah, man. Well, maybe probably about an hour from now. Shit,
man.
That'll be hilarious, man.
It's daylight where you at right there, Shred. What's your time over there?
It's sun's just going down. It's almost 7 now.
Cali.
Yeah, man.
You're in California. You're 2 hours behind us. Okay.
Oh, yeah. Well, 3 hours behind you guys. You're on the East Coast, right?
Well, no, we're about 9 o'clock. We're about 10 to 9 right now.
Yeah, they're central.
Oh, shit. Okay. Right on, man.
I am the big EST. But, all right, brother. Cheers, man.
Right on. Good checking in. Take care, guys.
All right.
Take it easy. Yeah, Chris, that bottle. Oh man, just mad at the prices that people want for them. But yeah, it was fantastic.
Look at Anthony.
Hey, there we go.
Crown Royal 29.
So, what is everybody's favorite bourbon for the year?
Oh shit!
I don't know if I can say yet. I'm gonna have to do. I mean, I do the same process every year. I pour myself some things blind, and then I score them as I go through them. And then whatever comes out on top is my whiskey of the year. But I haven't really done that yet. So
now we don't do a lot of blind. I guess we should start doing more, right? I guess we really don't. We just see the bottles and we drink it. So I guess the blind, the true way to determine. I guess.
Well, I mean, so I don't do it like a blind flight because then other things influence everything.
Influence one, right?
I just do one at a time blind. Usually have my wife pour them. Like I'll set out what are the bottles that are kind of in contention, and then and that's how I usually do it. That way, I get a fair assessment, I guess you'd say.
Right. I thought K. Luke 4 was pretty good. We were lucky enough to see the 4, 5, and 6.
Yeah, 4 was really good. Really good. I need to do a blind. I have samples from 1, 2, 3, 5, and I have bottles of 4 and 6. Okay. So I kind of want to go through them. I know 4 has been my favorite, but when you're blinding them, it could change.
For sure, man. Whiskey Iron saying, I'm breaking out some Crown Royal 29 year for celebration of moving into and being unpacked in our townhouse. Heck yes, Sierra. Glad to hear it. Cheers to you.
Crown Royal. Okay.
Haven't had the 29. I got some of their old stuff from like the 60s and 70s.
No, he's don't.
And Anthony in the house here. Cheers, buddy. Saying Shane's memory is as short as his dong. I love it. Where you at, Shane? Cheers, buddy. Wherever you at.
Yeah.
Haven't seen him in a while.
Well, he's getting ready to do his new pick coming out, so I know he's been traveling.
I hope he's putting labels and packing all his stuff so we can get our bottles.
He's got his new Dragon Bone, the new whiskey coming out. New bourbon coming out.
Yeah, man. Definitely crack the C923 before the year's over. That's going to be in the running for sure.
And we ain't even tasted it.
We ain't tasted it, right? Nope.
Yeah. I got a great
so for me, like it's going to be like this will be in the running. I'm going to give this some time, but it might be. We'll see. But I would say the April Nancy pick is killer. I love that. Ben's Kings County pick is fantastic. I don't know if it'll be whiskey of the year, but it's going to be like in that mix. I really like
Still Austin. Sean, you talking about the Still Austin Nancy pick?
Yeah, the April Nancy pick. I just absolutely love it. It's great. And then the Kings County the pick that Ben did in the Kings County, that's really good. The Rebecca Creek Spanish, even though it's a shelfer, I guess it is a limited release, but this guy here, I mean, you guys aren't far from Texas, but
no, but look, hey, we got two people who are great in this community, Ethan and Katie.
Rebecca Creek.
They come in and visit us in November. They got me a bottle of that, and they got me a bottle of Nancy Still Austin pick.
Okay. Yeah, so actually I had Great Shot buy me a backup of this at the same store because I wanted the same single barrel because I just love this so much. So they're all single barrel, so they do vary a little bit.
Right.
But yeah, the Rebecca's Creek Spanish Oak, I love that bottle.
Yes, because Katie was in Houston and she picked up a bottle for us.
Sean, when was your Still Austin big dump, the April one? 28th, like mine, or no? Bottom left. Should say
okay,
dump.
yeah. So it's 3/31/23 is the dump date.
Oh, Mark. Okay. So mine was April 28th. Katie got me that pick. That may be the one that you have, Doug. That bottle is really, really good.
Well, I mean, every time Ethan and Katie, they come about once a year to see us because they got relatives close by, and they always bring us 4 or 5 bottles of different stuff we don't see.
4 or 5,
or 6 or 7.
So you have an April that's a different barrel then.
So mine was dumped April 28th, but she got this, I believe, in September.
Okay. So, but
wait, what's this? This is what month are we in? God damn it, I'm all screwed up.
We're in October. We're in October.
Get this in September.
But I mean, I'm saying, so yours is the April Nancy pick, though?
So I don't know. How do I know? Oh, no. So release number 13, bottled June 2023, but barrel dumped on April 28th, 2023.
Okay.
Yeah, the tag says June 23 bottled, release number 13.
Oh, so yours is the June. Okay. I've heard the June is really good.
This bottle's freaking. Can you tell? And I don't drink a lot of whiskey over and over like this.
Now,
Yeah.
How many picks does Nancy actually do if it's still Austin per year?
She does one every month.
Oh, one every month. Okay.
Yeah. So I have 4 from this year now, and they're all great. If you can get somebody down in Texas to pick you up one, man, they are fantastic.
Yeah,
I got a sister in Dallas. I will have her look one up for them.
Yeah, those cash runs are killer.
Yeah, I mean the only thing that sucks is they're distillery only, so that you have to go to Austin and get one. But they're worth the trip. Yeah, I mean Nancy hand selects them, so yeah, it's the best of what Still Austin does. Yeah, they're killer. What's chat saying there? Both the bourbon and the rye batch 2 for Brothers of Leaf are really good as well. They will be released very soon in more markets. Oh, okay. Cool, Chris. Oh, yeah. So that's another one I had. Now, granted, it was late in the night at the meetup, but I did have the Michter's 10-year. Granted, it probably wasn't fair to it because I had been drinking cast strength pretty much all night up to that point, and then I had that. Yeah. It was good. It's another one that I didn't really get the hype, but, you know, in fairness, my palate was probably not in the best place at that time. So
have that on a fresh palate.
Yeah. Let's see here. The one I'm grabbing this week that I'm excited for are the Stag 23A and Russell's 13 batch 5. Very cool jigs. Yeah, man. Both of those should be pretty dang good, I imagine. I would probably lean more Russell's 13, but I don't know. I hear the batches can vary, so I don't know. Let's see. I bought a bottle of Rebecca Creek, a double barrel Spanish oak just today. I haven't opened one, but I haven't started a small bunker of good bottles. Oh yeah, I got you. So is the Woods, the one you bought today, is it a different single barrel than the one you'd previously bought? I'm just curious because. So I did this not on live, but I tried your sample next to mine, and mine was considerably darker, which, you know me, I'm always about the super dark notes. So they do vary quite a bit, I guess. JH in the house on the Patreon. Cheers, buddy. Good to see you. What are you drinking, JH, if you got anything in the glass? Darrell, you still on the C923?
I blended some Elijah Craig toasted barrel into it.
Oh, okay.
Old Rick House. Double O.
It's about maybe
whatever that means.
64. Actually, I don't know. Maybe close to 50-50.
Yeah.
And it's good, man. Like, so I did this a while ago, not with this batch, but it was, I believe, C920. And I first had it, and I was like, it's okay, because I was trying to find something to bring up the toasted barrel because I didn't really like it on its own. Then I had it sit. I don't know where the bottle's at now, but it probably sat for about 2 years. And I went back to it like maybe 2 months ago, and I was like, holy shit, this is really, really good. So it just, all that time of just gelling for literally like 2 years inside it was like a 16-ounce sample bottle, just changed it a lot, and it was really, really good. And this actually tastes similar right off the rip of just mixing it like just firsthand right now. It just brings out a lot of sweetness to that 923. You know, it loses a decent amount of the proof because you're blending 94 proof into it.
Yeah.
But the flavors are freaking really, really good. Do you have a toasted barrel?
Yeah, I do.
You should try it. Do like a 50-50. Let it sit for maybe like a minute or so.
All right, so what you talking about? The toasted and the 923?
Yeah, or even like a toasted and like a good pick. Well, not pick, but a good ECBP that you have.
Okay, I got a B520.
Yeah, like if you have them both handy, try it. Like a 50-50. Like the proof, like I said, definitely goes down, but it just brings
Right.
out a lot of nice flavor to
I have to try that. Okay.
complement whiskey.
Now, did anybody send in a blend to Jason?
I did. Oh, speaking of that, so I gave when he was there in Kentucky with us, he was tasting like a couple whiskeys, like blind or whatever, and I was like, shoot, I'm bringing my sample with me. I was like, I'm gonna give it to him blind, so I know if I got to change it or not if he doesn't like it.
Right, right. Because you gotta realize what he likes. I'm guessing, or whoever was picking that particular day, right?
Yep. So I gave it to him, and he loved it. I didn't tell him obviously what it was, but I ended up telling him that it was my blend to get in, and he started just laughing. So I gave him the container of it. It was probably like 10 ounces of it or something like that. It depends on what you go against, right? Like it can be this good, then you start mixing it with something that's crazy fruity or finished, and you taste mine. Like I just want mine to be first, which is probably not going to be because it's 6 other samples that he's tasting. So you can really get a good gauge off it. But I'm pretty proud of it.
So Darrell, I don't know where my toasted barrel is. I grabbed like 6 different Elijah Craig toppers, and they were not it. So,
well, the neck, if you can see, it's like that grayish bluish. I don't know how close you are to your bottles, but the neck tag is different.
Well, so yeah, I mean, like I went through it. Apparently, it's not. I have a bunch of bottles stacked behind my barrels,
gotcha.
And also all on the floor here, and all the way. Anyway, and it's none of the ones that are close to me, so it must be somewhere else.
All right.
So I'm going to go rogue here. I'm going to try something else.
We need a basement.
Yeah.
That way we can just throw all the bottles.
So this is the old 1910.
That's the double oak too, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
And this is the old one, which I think is better. The new one's good.
I haven't had that version, but the regular standard 1910 I really dig.
Yeah, so
it's a nice sip of the 1910. Yeah.
And that's what, 90 proof?
93, I want to say. Let's see.
Okay. I thought it was a little higher.
Basically the same. This one's 94.
Yeah, 93.
I wonder if it does similar things to the whiskey like the Elijah Craig does.
Yeah, and I'm about 50-50, so.
Yeah, so 93 to 120. So
yeah, we don't do a lot of that.
226. So 113 proof.
It's a hell of a nose. I know that.
The nose is better on mine than the standard C923.
Yeah, that's a fantastic.
It smells so much older for me, at least.
And sweet. It's sweeter and
you think
older.
that's because of the toasted influence?
I would think, right? Because the 923 on it by itself is really nice on the nose, but it's more potent. You get that oak, you get that, I don't want to say ethanol, but it's just punchy. But this mellows it out and makes it come across. So I don't know if you guys ever had the Heaven Hill 17, but that's still barrel proof, but it's 117 proof. This gives you like similar notes to that age, even though it's only 12 years, 13. In a sense, it's actually probably lower because you blended in 50 of the 94 proof, but it just comes across way older, like the oak profile, and it's super sweet.
Yeah.
Okay, the Heaven Hill 17. We don't talk about that around here because wait a minute. Last year I had an opportunity to buy Heaven Hill 17 for $300, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I was having chest pains the whole week, so I got a doctor appointment. I'm on the way to the doctor appointment to get some stress tests done. I get a phone call. My wife's in the car. Hey, you want to blah blah blah? I'm looking at her. I said, man, if something's wrong and I buy a bottle, $300 bottle, she's gonna kill me. I said, no, I'm going to pass, right? I take my test. They say, oh, you're fine. I call the guy back up. He's gone.
I would have said buy it, and if I make it through this, that's what we're drinking.
So wait a minute. So I told the guy next time, if I say no, don't listen to me. Just say I'm saying yeah. If I say
Put
no,
it on my card.
Yeah.
Hey, speaking of Jigs, he's got some hospital testing to go through. Hey, brother, I hope that goes well, man. Love
Yep.
you, man. Hope you have a good night, and hope everything goes well tomorrow at the hospital. Cheers, buddy.
Good night, Jigs.
Good night, Jig.
And I'll have to get you some Turkey 13, man.
But that was my worst. That was my worst day and best day. Everything came out medically fine, but I lost a 17.
Yeah, don't you hate that? Your heart's good, but you lost whiskey, so it's
Right.
like it's not really.
But then him and his wife go into a local store and they got 3 bottles of Old Carter on the shelf, and he buys all 3 of them.
3 different bottles.
3 different bottles, and his wife goes back and gets the 3rd bottle because you can only buy 1 at a time. So she goes back and gets the 3rd bottle and goes to a different register. Yeah, but that's okay to spend that, but you should have bought it, Doug.
I should have bought it.
I'm with Copper Wolf here. I'm popping an aspirin and going to the store and getting that bottle. Yeah.
I know next time.
Be a Heaven Hill 18 next time. That's coming out next year.
There is a next time.
Yeah. It won't be a next time. Not for that price.
I like this, Darrell, but I think the Old Forester profile kind of clashes with the Heaven Hill. I need to find. I mean, it's not bad, but I don't think it works probably as well as what you got in your.
Sounded good on paper. The Elijah Craig though, I think goes really good with it.
Yeah, I imagine so. I need to find mine.
Heck is calling. Look at that. Cheers, Amy.
Amy Bone. What the heck is going on here? Friday at Fred's Cruise up in here.
Amy in the house. Cheers, Amy. Good to see you.
Amy is another wonderful person in this community. Amy.
That she is.
Yep.
Adam, if I do that, Chris will probably punch me in the face next time he sees me.
Oh no, don't do that. Turkey 13? Wait, never mind. The turkey that he gave you.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know what that profile is, but I don't know. I'll tell you to toast it though.
In fairness, actually, the Turkey 13 has a lot of similar. So, do you get kind of like a dark cherry, black cherry note on the C923? Mid palate-ish, mid to back palate.
Crap, I don't know offhand. I'll be lying and saying I do or not. I know I get like a lot of sweet funky oak, which I love on like Heaven Hill or just bourbon in general, right? Like that just gives you that vibe that it's a lot older than what it is with that funky note. I don't know if I got like a dark berry because I usually don't get it on Heaven Hill. It's more just like super rich chocolates and caramels for me.
Yeah.
And another thing, like Hershey's Kisses with Almonds with Elijah Craig Barrel Proof.
That's my favorite.
So
yeah, man.
Yeah, I keep a freaking thing under here, dude. Like,
cheers, Jack.
Hiding from the kids, but I got a whole package under here.
That's my weak spot there.
With
Almond chocolate, Hershey almonds. Oh man, I could eat a whole bag.
Eat one of them, then drink some of the Elijah Craig, and it's just oh my god.
Oh,
I'm with you, man. Now maybe not quite the same for everybody, but also now it depends on where you're at on raisins. But Raisinets, I love Raisinets with bourbon as well.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So the Jack, the single malt that they did, that on a damn pallet was freaking old malty Raisinets and like Whoppers for me.
Mm-hmm.
The Whopper candy, multi chocolate with Raisinets. It was. I like that bottle. It's different for everyone because it's all malt, so a lot of people don't really do a lot of bourbon people don't do single malts, but
yeah, I loved it. If I'm honest, I think coming off of that to this year, I don't know, maybe I'm the minority. This year's special release did not feel like a special release to me.
The twice barreled rye,
yeah, like Todd sent me a 2-ounce sample, and so I kind of took my time with it 2 different nights because I thought maybe the first night maybe my palate was just off or whatever. I don't know, man. It didn't feel special enough. I mean, because I've had so many other ryes from Jack now, and it was just like, yeah, I mean, it's a Jack rye. Like it was nothing at all at the level of. I guess I wanted the previous rye, the special release rye from, and it's not that. It's not anywhere close to that.
What was the proof on that, Sean?
It was 100.
It's 100,
and that's the reason. If that was a barrel proof, because I think the flavor of the whiskey was really good, but it lacks, right? A lot of us become these proof hounds. You know, you just want to kind of get smacked with all the punchiness and the flavor, and it lacked that proof that the barrel proof rye did. And that's one of my all-time ryes. Like that Jack rye was stellar.
Yeah,
I really dig the flavor of the new one. It just leaves you wanting more because it's just 100 proof.
Oh, you talking about the new green label rye?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now,
it's barreled rye.
Yeah, I thought it was just okay. Yeah, I thought it was okay.
Darrell, I don't own one because after I had that sample, I kind of just gave up on even asking for one or searching for one. But are they single barrels?
They are.
Okay.
They are single. Well,
so
actually,
we got one in there.
I'll let you know.
We got one in there too. The green label, Jack. You got one in there. You got one? I don't know if they single barrel.
Hey, Jacob, what's up, brother? Another fantastic Patreon. Love you, man. Good to see you. Cheers, buddy. Yeah, man, get home safe and hop on if you can. Yeah. So Copper Wolf, I'm with you. I get like a good, nice, like dark cherry, not like fake, like cough syrup for sure. Yeah, I just get like a nice dark cherry note, kind of back of the palate going into the finish kind of thing, and I love that note.
Actually, it has to be because they're double barreled. So yeah, it has to be a single barrel or multiple single barrels.
Right. Okay.
Because they're putting out thousands of them. You know what I mean? So they're all hitting the second barrel.
That'd be a small batch though, or is it?
No, because you can't really small like. Well, can you? Can you small batch like a double oak like that? Because they have to dump it from the first barrel into another oaked barrel, right? Which is a single barrel. It's not going to be a big one that holds 1,000.
Yeah, I mean, so I guess it really comes down to what they're doing after they come out of the second barrel. Are they blending all those double barrels together, or I guess it depends on the process, but because they could certainly make them single barrels, even though they wouldn't technically be a single barrel since they're going into a secondary barrel. But nonetheless, it's still just one barrel to another barrel, so there's no mixing of multiple barrels. But yeah, it really just depends on what Jack decided to do.
Yeah, I think that individually, like it does have like a limited bottle number on this one, and it shows barrel entry date, second barrel entry date than when it was bottled. So if somebody had another one,
then
if the bottling date was different, and if that was the case, then yeah, they're different barrels. But
and two, if they're putting barrel dates, then they have to be single barrels because like if you blended, you couldn't have a barrel date. Oh,
yeah, that makes sense.
So it has bottling date. Actually, hold on. So first barrel entry, second barrel entry, then when it was bottled, bottling date has those 3 dates on it.
So if it has the barrel entries, then it's got to be a single barrel because like that wouldn't make sense to put it on it if you're pulling from multiple barrels. Yeah. So that's good in a way then, because so my issue with the one that I had from Todd was it was very Jack Funk on the finish, which I hate. I just hate the Jack Funk. They need to just stop putting your stuff through charcoal. You're ruining it. Like I wish Jack would just end their crazy debacle they got going on down there in Tennessee and just make bourbon. But which they are, but they just don't want to call it that. But anyway, I'm sidetracking. I don't like the earthy charcoal note that the charcoal mellowing finish that they do at Jack imparts to the whiskey. And I guess I'm just sensitive to that. So do you get much of that on yours? Do you get that Jack Funk?
So funny thing, we had this poured, I believe, blind in Kentucky. And when I didn't have anything else with it, I thought this was Michter's 10, the new Michter's 10. Like it smelled super old. It was funky sweet oak. And I was like, holy crap, the nose is amazing. Me and Cheech were nosing this, and we thought it was the same thing. We're like, what the heck? Then we tasted it, and I was like, oh, no, it's not that. But the nose reminded me so much of that. Like, I didn't get that conventional, like, rye funk on the nose of this, and I don't know if the twice barreled kind of hides it a little bit for me, but the palate you can get it a bit, but the nose, it's like two different things. I think I like the nose more than the palate, but it's not bad whiskey. It's just I wish they did it at barrel proof. Like I think it would be killer at barrel proof. But
I mean, even if you mark it up $20 or whatever the cost of the second barrel is, across the lot, I'd rather have that. Yeah.
I don't want to say I don't get it, because sometimes you need to maybe proof something down to make it where it needs to be. But I think this could have been freaking stellar at that proof point.
Yeah, I guess just 100 proof doesn't feel like a special release. Now, I mean, that said, the malt behind me that we were just talking about is not much above that, but
like 105. Yeah, it's low.
Yeah,
but it's so different too, which gives you that like feeling. Hey, this is not the same. You know what I mean? Versus just a rye that's double barrel. That's kind of the norm. But when you get an American single malt from Jack, you already know, like just hearing it. Oh yeah, that's different. It didn't have to be 120 or whatever proof. It's just as soon as you taste it, you know that you're drinking something completely different. Like I would never think it's a Jack product.
Yeah. I mean, and two, like with the last year's special release, I was just happy to see a company as big as Jack Daniel's doing a single malt, especially as a special release. I mean, because I really like the American single malt market. I hope that it continues to grow. So to see the biggest distillery in the country do that was really cool to see. So I hope that market continues to grow, because I'm loving American single malts. So I hope that
same here. I do dig them.
Hey, look at this.
We got somebody in here.
Look at this good looking fellow.
Cheers.
Cheers to you,
Anthony. Guys.
Cheers, Annie.
Got the moon in the background.
It's Anthony after Anthony after dark.
Anthony's camping.
Can you hear me all right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, you sound good, Anthony.
I'm
Anthony,
sitting
you
on
camping?
the patio here.
Okay.
At home.
Camping on the patio.
What are you drinking, Anthony?
I let you guys twist my arm, and I picked up a thick one in there and grabbed a 1792 foolproof pick.
Store pick.
Very nice, man. Yeah, that's good.
Foolproof bourbon.
Oh, I have seen that tailored before.
Liquor world.
Is that Full Metal Jacket? Is that what they had? Like a little helmet like that?
Yeah, but it's a foolproof bourbon. That's what they call it. This was a store pick, and as a matter of fact, Bourbon's the one that actually sent me the info on it just before Christmas. And so I ran out, picked it up, along with a few other little accoutrements because I was there. And it's a really good pick. As a matter of fact, I haven't touched it in months, only because I have to not touch it because it's so damn good.
Yeah, so now I know where I've seen that tater before. Ben sent me the same thing and asked me if I wanted it, and I had already purchased a bunch of other stuff at the time, so I had to say no. But yeah, good tater.
It's good. It's good. And you guys were talking about Bardstown, Chateau de la Bard, and I'm like, ooh, maybe I should get my Bardstown Discovery 1 or Discovery 4 or 2. And then I looked at that, and I said, no, I have not had that in a dog's age.
Copper Wolf, are you talking about the special releases from JD?
Is that what I have to ask? What do those heritage barrels
do for the whiskey?
I mean,
Heritage, I think, was the original release they did, right? Which I don't know if that one was double. I don't think that was double oaked. But this new rye is finished in those original. So what was it, 2018 or whatever, 2019? It was the Blue Label Heritage rye, their first special release.
Right. Mm-hmm.
So those barrels were different. I think they were heavy charred. I think what it was. Actually, it tells you here. In our handmade heritage barrels, which are heavily toasted and lightly charred. So, yeah, that first release was that type of bottle. But the rest of these releases are just special releases, not heritage. but this bottle was finished in the original heritage or double barreled in those original heritage barrels.
Yeah.
Well, and the question, I mean, we young and dumb and dumber. What's the difference between toasted and charred?
Well, it's flavor wise.
The level.
So, I mean, if the distillery that's following the technicalities of this are really following that, so toasted, they're not actually burning the barrel.
Right, but what's flavor? What kind of flavors you get between the two? The difference in the two?
You're going to get
and charred.
You're going to typically get lighter notes on a toasted barrel than you are going to get a heavy char or a charred barrel. I mean, because like they're not, instead of like actually burning the inside of a barrel like you would normally do, they're just kind of searing it, I guess. It's just getting the wood very hot without actually burning it is typically
that's toasted.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just literally think of it as toast, right? The darker your toast, the more influence of that burny or char you're gonna get, right? The lighter.
Right, but they're doing it for a flavor profile, correct? So what's the difference between the two, though? You get more
usually the goal in a toasting is to just bring out the wood sugars to the surface of the wood, so that the whiskey can interact with that. Whereas if you're charring a barrel, you're going to get, I mean, that's what all bourbon is interacting with charred barrels. So now heavy char is going to be something more like Wild Turkey generally does a heavy char. And what Heaven Hill is like a 4 char. Every distillery does different things as far as like the level of char. Like for instance, Cooper's Craft, they do a heavy char as well as they chisel it, so that way there's actually more surface area for the whiskey to get into. So it's heavy charred as well as chiseling the wood as well inside the barrel. So there's all different kind of thing, but I mean the whole goal in that is just to get more of the charred influence into the whiskey. But yeah, toasted would be kind of the opposite end of the spectrum, where it's not necessarily burnt at all. You're just kind of heating the wood up very hot without burning it, typically.
Yeah.
So one of them that I like, of course, you were talking about, is the Elijah Craig Toasted Barrel. Okay, and that has a really nice sweetness, caramel, brown sugar type, and it's deep with a toasted barrel. And to give you an example, the heavy char is Lagavulin, which is a Scotch, come out with last year's Offerman edition. It was a heavy charred Scotch. Mm-hmm. And I honestly did not like it because of that heavy barrel char. That thing was not worth it, and I did not run out and buy a second one. Like
I don't think it worked with single malts from Scotland.
It didn't work, but I tell you what worked. About 6 months sitting in that bottle after I choked down a good pour past the the shoulder of the bottle, and I just pushed that thing away. Well, it opened up nicely to where it became palatable to me. But the heavy char on that just didn't do it. But now I sent some to Four Leaf Whiskey's husband when I got it, who is a huge Lagavulin fan, and I wanted another person's opinion, and I also sent out some samples just so it wasn't me. Well, he loved it. He was in hog heaven when I sent him that, and then the other people said they thought it was good. I mean, wasn't anything fantastic, but me, I was not impressed with that heavy char. But sitting 6 months plus in the bottle after I opened it up, gave out them samples, and passed it on, I'm like, oh my gosh! Now it became palatable. It was a nice sipper, but it's still on the shelf. You can still find it, and unfortunately, what I'd say is I know why, because it can't hold a candle to the one that they finished in the ex Guinness cask.
You're not kidding, man.
Oh, that Offerman Guinness has
that's one of my
rich,
favorite scotches of all time.
Chocolatey,
yeah,
unbelievable, and that
it's like
smoke.
it's like a smoky chocolate milkshake, man.
Yeah,
that's the first Offerman is some next level scotch. That's a crazy bottle.
All right, guys.
Yeah, God, look, we've been going for 6.5 hours. We're about done. So,
hey,
y'all enjoy the rest of your night. Cheers, everybody.
Cheers, everybody.
Cheers, fellas. Love you guys. Good to see you.
See you guys.
Take care.
Cheers, gents.
All right.
Real quick, JH, I got to say, man, we have very differing opinions on this Yellowstone single malt. I'm glad you liked it, though. Good for you, man. So I actually had this with Brian live at the distillery. We both got a pour from the very nice girl that was behind the counter that was giving out samples, and we took a sip, and Brian just looked at me like, "What the hell was that?" And I said the same thing basically, and then I threw the rest of my sample in the trash can that was next to the bar. I did not. I love American single malts, but that was not it.
Wow.
Yeah.
And sometimes, if it's not, it's just not.
So, but I mean,
what
hey,
it's down to.
I'm glad you liked it. I imagine there will be a lot available for you to pick up whenever you want.
No, I like Yellowstone, but boy, I didn't. I could see what you're saying about that single malt, and I was actually offered a sample, and I can't remember from who. But now I'm second guessing myself. I don't know if it was the Yellowstone single malt. But anyway, I should have tried it. But, I'm like half of us here. I've got samples coming out the asset. And
I hear you, man.
I'm going through it. Troy Man sent me 8 samples. And I drank one of them on the stream because he had it. I forget who else had it, but we were on a stream. I don't know if it was mine or I was on with somebody. I can't remember. I've slept since then. But
I hear you.
Yeah, I got to get through some of those.
Yeah, man. Jigs has a sample for a bunch of us whiskey tubers that we got to get to. I got a whole box of samples down there that I'll get to someday. And then I got a shelf that has probably 30 on them.
I tell you what, Copper Wolf, you're talking about the 1792 in a pick. Yeah, you have to try them. I mean, honestly, the picks are a true single barrel versus the standard foolproof sweet wheats, so on and so forth, like that 12-year. The picks
just a batch stuff.
The picks in that are actually a notch above. You can taste it.
Yeah.
And like you said, the normal offerings are okay. I like them all. The bottle, the bond, the 12-year, the sweet wheat, the foolproof, small batch. I got them all. They are good. They absolutely are good as far as I'm concerned. I would buy backups for them, but I will say this: as far as like a go-to to where they call me to come and pick one up, no, they don't do that. However, this one that I said, that's the one I go. However, this one, and I only had it December, and I can't remember when I cracked it, but I did it on one of my streams. I've got a dent in this thing. I mean, there's no doubt about it. It's good. And this, like I said, I haven't cracked that and touched it in about 4 or 5 months. And I was holding the bottle upside down to moisten the cork a little bit because it didn't want to come out, and I wasn't going to force it and bust the cork off.
Hey, Darrell, where are you at on 1792, like picks or otherwise?
The one I had, I remember being hot. I have one across the room. I'll grab it. It's going to look like I drank a lot more than I did, but I didn't.
Gotcha. Yeah, while Darrell's up, so my thought is if you can get the single barrels, the bottle and bonds, of course, I guess they do bottle and bond picks. I don't know that they do.
Yeah. Well, I don't know if bottle and bond
No,
pick,
just
but
foolproof
they do
pick.
bottle and
Yeah,
bond.
yeah, but the foolproof and the single barrel picks are both worth finding, in my
Oh
opinion.
yeah.
What are they? 125 proofs? Yeah.
But and then also their bottle and bond is good. Personally, I prefer the single barrel and the foolproof picks to those if you can get them. And they're like Anthony said, they're worth finding. I wouldn't go out of your way. Like if a store called me up and said, "Hey, we got this," I don't know if I'd drop everything I was doing and go find one, but they are pretty good generally. Go ahead, Darrell. You were saying?
Oh no. I'm just gonna retry it. I haven't had it in months. But I was blending with it, so that's why mine looks like I kind of drank a lot of it.
Oh, okay, I got you.
I remember it being pretty hot.
Really?
We'll see. Yeah, this one, like they're all single barrels, right? So
Well, that's true. That's
yeah,
true.
yours could be amazing. This one could be semi.
What's yours,
This
like
store is usually
120?
125.
Yeah, I was gonna say 120, 125. And some do drink hotter than what you would think, because we all got 120, 125, 130 that don't even come close to drinking at that proof.
I will say my favorite low proof single barrel, maybe ever, is a 1792. I mean, I've blinded against a bunch of other low proof single barrels, and it wins most of the time. So, so there can be some really exceptional, especially single barrels, and then the full proofs are always good. I've never had a pick that wasn't good. And they're usually like 50, 60 bucks. So at that price, it's kind of hard to pass up.
$39.99.
Oh, well,
I couldn't pass it up.
Got Vegas prices out here. Okay.
Hey,
I like
Mr.
it, Mark.
Hall.
Iron Maiden shirt from Ash Metal. Let's get those horns up, fellas. And William Hall, cheers, buddy. Another great Patreon there. What's up, buddy? Hey. You're not Mash Metal is going to be starting in about 45 minutes, man. You're not late.
Hey, what did I say? William Hall, did you get my text last weekend?
Hard to say.
If you post your reply in chat, Sean will put it up so I can see it. I can't see chat here.
I will definitely eventually get there. I feel like I'm not real behind. I'm not Cheech behind, right, Cheech, if you're still there? To Wood's point, just to clarify what we were talking about earlier, that's always the second barrel, typically. That is the toasted and or double oak. I guess some companies are doing it first barrel, but usually it's the second barrel that's the finishing thing that we're talking about. It's all a bunch of marketing and hoodoo designed to there you go. Part you from your money. And there
Amy's not wrong either.
Yeah, I mean, but I think we all appreciate the double barrels and the charred barrels, toasted barrels, all the things.
Phillies have a baseball team? I didn't know that.
I didn't even know that people still watch baseball. How about that? I'm learning all kinds of things. Of course, I'm the odd one that's still watching the NBA. I get crap for that all the time. But some of that char acts as a filter. Yeah, for sure. I mean, I think that's the only filtration that whiskey needs. Honestly, Copper Wolf. Yeah, this whole secondary filtering process is for Nazis.
Uncalled for. Yeah.
Yeah, exclusively communist countries doing this second filtration. Whiskey Uncensored, the Offerman Guinness cask is the definition.
I knew when I talked about that. I knew if he was going to pop in there. It never fails.
You're wrong, Ben. You're just wrong. Sorry, buddy. I love you, but you're wrong. That's one of my favorite scotches of all time. It's a smoky chocolate milkshake. Try it again, Ben.
Oh no, no. He will hunt you down for that.
Oh, I know. Next time he sees me in Kentucky, he's probably going to give me crap about it. He'll probably bring a sample just to try in front of me and then shit all over it. But whatever.
Exactly.
I'm a Cubs fan, but not a Braves fan. I like Who are these people? I guess
Schwarber?
these are. I don't know who these people are, but
Castellano?
yeah, sounds good to me. Gotcha. I like Harper in that he seemed. Oh, this still
Well,
baseball we're talking about?
Harper's a Vegas
Let's,
boy.
move past that.
Harper's a Vegas boy, graduate of I forget the high school in Las Vegas.
Yeah, I mean, Mark. I mean, it's not expensive, so I guess pick it up and see what you think. I didn't like it at all.
I just want to try it. I'm not when you said that. I don't think it was what they offered me. I remember it was an American single malt, but I don't know why I'm stuck on the Yellowstone.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I've never had anything from Yellowstone that I really loved. I've had things I've had things I really liked a lot better than that, but I've never had anything I really loved. What's up, Will? Cheers, buddy.
Hey,
how's it going?
Good, man.
Did you get my text last weekend? Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. I sent it to you from the pipe show, but signal was horrible in there. So
I don't remember. If I did, I apologize. I get about 6,000 texts a day.
That's all?
Jeez.
I got you beat by 2.
It's a slow day.
Well, and then they added Microsoft Teams to my arsenal. So now I get 50 million through that. I get texts, I get calls, email. It's been a crazy week. And if I did, I apologize. I will find it.
Oh, no big deal.
Gave me a sample of Courage and Conviction single malt, and I didn't care for that at all. Tasted like so that's kind of what the Yellowstone tastes like. It tasted young. I can't say grain forward because it's malt. But well, I mean it's barley with the grain than malted, but I mean I don't think of that as malt. It's not even malt forward. I don't know. It's just youthy Scotch. Yeah. And also weirdly chemical.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was not enjoyable. Okay, well, Will likes it.
I do.
Yeah, I mean, I have several American single malts that I really love, but that's just not one of them.
Is that 90 or 95 proof?
What's that?
90, 95 proof?
108.
Yeah, I was going to say it's higher than that. Yeah. Yeah. Wow. And the thing is, I was excited about it because I liked the proof point. I was happy to see it a little higher than some American single malts. So I thought, hey, and it's findable. So that's cool. But yeah, I wanted to like it. Going in, I really wanted to like it. And just no. And I was on a fresh palate. Like I had nothing else that day except water, so I can't blame it on anything else than just the bottle. It was the first thing I had that day. It was like 11:30 when we went to Lux Row, and yeah, I hadn't even had lunch yet, so I can't even blame it on food.
Hey, Mark, that's 1792. I think that was a 12-year. You said, right? Mark Hemenecker. He was talking about. You were going quick through the. Now keep going back up.
I have not had the 12-year.
Oh,
he's talking to Copper
okay.
Wolf, but
okay, I got that. Yeah, because I have it. It's not bad at all.
Yeah, I've got the 12-year and I got the single barrel, but I haven't seen the full proof yet. That's the one I'm hunting.
Yeah, I really like the single barrel. And Copper Wolf, if I'm honest, I don't follow Marcus real closely, so I'm not familiar with his palate. But if you trust his palate, then yeah, I'd get it, man.
No, he's good. He Bourbon Judge, he knows what he's talking about.
See here.
Oh, there is a bottled and bond pick. All right.
Apparently.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Which is interesting to me.
It's 1792, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, I thought it was just full proof that they did.
Cool, man. Yeah. Not sure. Probably the latest version. Josh, I don't know who we're talking. You're talking to somebody else. French Oak is fire. Sure. I feel like I'm behind. This must be out of context. How far behind am I? Like 10-ish minutes. Have you guys tried anything from Two Souls Spirits?
Souls.
Those guys are putting out some great stuff.
I think I have a bottle. I haven't cracked it yet. Now I'm going to have to go look. Maybe I'll do that on Sunday. I don't know.
And I'm pretty sure David is just saying this because he knows how much I despise Bland's.
Hey, I turned out a Blanton's Gold last weekend. I didn't think it was worth $150.
Yeah, and by that I want to be very clear. I mean the standard release, not
yeah. I just thought, nah.
Yeah, straight
$150 for the gold. That's about market, right?
Yeah, it probably is.
It's close to retail, but
yeah, it's not anything stellar. Everyone I asked said it's good. If you absolutely have to have one, it's way better than the standard. And I said, well, I've only had sips of Blanton's and I wasn't impressed. I just cracked my standard Buffalo Trace and went, yes. That's
straight from the barrel.
A little better.
The bottle for them.
Yeah,
but
straight from the barrels are cool.
Hey, Top Dog.
I guess I'm just not huge on the Buffalo Trace profile until they get really old. Like GTSs and the William LaRue's, but those are kind of unfindable. So whatever.
Well, that GTS I got, I don't think I've had but a half ounce out of that whole bottle. And I pretty much sampled it away.
What year is
because people, don't normally get to try it. So I made sure Chris and Lil got it, and a few other people that were when they were here in Vegas. I bottled up 2-ounce samples and passed it out and let them take it. And then Mark, I sent him one. Well, Troy was there, so Troy delivered it. So, but you know what? I thought it was good, but I think it's 137 on the proof.
Was that this? Was that this year's the 22? I mean, well, this year's isn't out yet, I guess, right?
Yeah, correct.
Or is it?
Not out.
Yeah.
No. Well, it might be some places, but it sure as hell isn't out here in Vegas.
Yeah.
But I thought it was good. Don't get me wrong. And thank goodness I got it for a damn good price. And it's definitely not worth the roughly $1,000 a bottle, only because it's so allocated.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's good. I could say I've had it. But unless I could get it for, a damn good price. When I say damn good price, I'm talking retail, because I think they retail for about $130, $150, somewhere in there. I'll never actually, I don't want to say never buy another one, but I'll never buy one at the secondary prices. Never.
Yeah. So that was my second. It was either my first or second pour at the meetup after Bourbon on the Banks. I can't remember which I had first. It was either the Joseph Magnus 9 or that, but either way, fairly fresh palate. And like, it was cool. Like I liked it. I mean, it's a good whiskey, but like I wouldn't like break my neck to find it either.
I just got lucky, like when I thought I had the C923 in my hand, and when they were opening the cases, they realized they were mislabeled, and they were the B and not the C, and they had a pallet of it, and it was not what he thought he bought. And I was disappointed, because I was there when he was pulling in his pickup truck with the pallet in the back, and I'm like, is that the C923? He said, yep. And I said, can I have 2? He said, yep. I said, I'll be waiting. And
for sure, man.
That was
also, Top Dog, glad you made it home, man. Glad the wife landed and all that stuff. C923 there, Will? Is that what we're holding up?
Yeah, that's my second one.
Cool, man. Yeah.
I see him, I buy him. Picked up the Larson C923 also, but I haven't cracked any of them
here. That C923 is here.
And Ben, that's not true. There's another bottle I know you despise, and that is Lafroig. which I agree on that one. Freud 10 can sug it, to quote the wrench.
Please, you frickin' commoners don't know good scotch when you taste it.
Hey, Lefroy 10 is trash, Anthony. We need to all accept it.
No, it is not trash. It is your typical
dumpster fire in a bottle.
Hit you in the face with like a number 10 coal shovel. I mean, it is.
I think you mean ashtray, not coal.
Yes, it's delicious, but to each his own.
I mean, and I like peaty scotch, but not that one. No.
Hey, Darrell, I think you've had this one. You've had the Barrel King Knighted. Not the pit, just the shelfer.
Oh, wait. I thought the Knighted was ADHD's. No?
This is batch number SF as in Frank, B as in boy, Sam 2.
Shit. I don't have
bottle number 3.
D's bottle, but I thought his was the only one that was called Knighted. I could be wrong, but I've had a Knighted. I just don't know if it's the same one that you had, but it was.
There's no tater sticker on this one. It's just all.
Yeah, I've only had the one that had his sticker on it.
It showed up today. I'm gonna let it acclimate before I open it.
Oh, it's new. You haven't opened it yet.
No, brand new.
Just gotcha.
And yeah, Joe, the sample guy, those single barrels, man. That's probably honestly my favorite thing. Yeah, that's probably my favorite thing that 1792 does is their single barrels. I like the foolproof picks, but usually the single barrels are my favorite thing they do. Yeah, they can be really, really good.
Best bottle out there right now.
Oh yeah.
Hell yeah, melon corn, man. The fancies will tell you if you want to fix a whiskey, pour a little mellow corn into it. It fixes everything.
I bought it just because I never had it, and I'm like, holy man, it's actually not bad.
Yeah, I mean, for $13 or whatever the hell it is, it's not the worst thing in the world.
No.
It's not Malort. That's for sure.
That's a fact. Actually, that was another thing that happened at the meetup afterwards was Malort chug. So that was good times.
Please, how's that good for anybody?
Oh man, yeah.
But
there was a few people that had never had it before, so they, we were passing it around chugging. So yeah, good times, man. Prescription bourbon Guinness is mother's milk, delicious. Agreed. That's why the combination is the best, Ben. And you're wrong.
Oh, Guinness is delicious. So is that Scotch.
Guinness and Coors Stubbies. Those are the only two beers I really drink. Wow, I'm sorry. Oktoberfest. Sam Adams Oktoberfest when it comes out.
So have you had the release this year? Well,
which one? The Oktoberfest?
Oktoberfest this year.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, man. I feel like it's falling off. It doesn't feel as thick and as viscous as it used to be. Like it doesn't feel as dense as I don't know. Because I used to really love it.
Yeah, it was a little flat. It didn't have quite the spice that it used to have.
Yeah.
Not really that fall.
Where it used to be.
So, Will, the text I was sending you, and I don't know if it was a picture, but I spent some time talking to Jeremy Reeves from Cornell and Dill.
Okay.
And I also talked to Per George Jensen from the I don't know if you have any of their pipe bores or when they did the series, the limited edition on the birds like Uno.
I'll be right back.
And a few of those, there's like 6 or 8 tins that were out over the last year. So I don't know if you've tried any of those.
No, I don't think I have any of those.
I had him sign the complete set.
Nice.
And then I had Jeremy sign a few, and then there was some that was only at the pipe show. So I had him sign a couple of those along with the guy's name. I believe it's Andrew, and I forget his last name, but he and Jeremy made the blend that they released just for the Las Vegas pipe show.
Nice.
And I tell you what, it was nice actually being able to talk to the actual blenders
Mhm.
and pick their brain, but also specifically ask them questions about it, like the one that Jeremy did with warped tobacco, one called Midsummer. And I was disappointed in it at first. And I told him that. I said that floral note was so strong on that it was extremely, to me, off-putting. I mean, it wasn't horrible, but it was just at a point where I didn't think I was going to go back for seconds. But about a week after I tried it, I was sitting in my little office / studio, and I says, I've got to have something that will pair good with that, but will compete with that deep floral note. So I picked the Glenmorangie Tale of the Forest, the release from last year.
Oh,
And
yeah.
oh my gosh, it was delicious. So I gave him a sample of it, and I said, now, I know you got access to this tobacco, and I know you know what it tastes like without this. So I want you to have some before it, but then I want you to start sipping on this scotch and tell me if it is just not the perfect match I've ever did. I mean, it was unbelievable. But anyway, it was
Yeah,
nice to be able
my
to have that
repertoire as
dialogue.
far as tobaccos is pretty small. Just kind of getting into it. But one of the things, and I think it was on your stream that I kind of picked up on, is I think I need to invest in a couple more pipes and start separating out my blends.
So Missouri Meerschaum.
Mhm.
Don't laugh at a corn cob.
Nope.
But for between 15 and 35 bucks, depending, you can't go wrong. But I did pick up a couple of new pipes and a couple of strictly artisan pipes that you're just not going to find anywhere. But anyway, I'm telling you, it was a great, great show. And to be able to talk to these people that where they get their inspirations for some of these pipes and stuff that they have, it's pretty neat
That'd
listening.
be interesting to go the other way and talk to them about what they're pairing with it. What are they thinking, and what do they sit down to drink?
But
with
that's
the
exactly what
tobacco
I'm saying.
versus
Like
going the other way, which normally we talk to the bourbon guys about what they do. All right, let's go the other way. And
well, that's exactly it. And so talking to some of them, and you can ask, well, what was your inspiration, or where did you come up with the idea for these particular blends? And so you just, listen to the story and how they come up with it. And sometimes it's months in the making to make one blend, if not a year or more, of trial and error, mixing it, letting it set to open up, just like we talk about whiskey, and having a glass or two and going, it's good, but let's leave it sit a week, 2 weeks. Let's see how it is when it has a chance to get some air and open up. And it's the same way with the tobacco. And so I wanted to just ask those questions to confirm it. And they go, no, it absolutely is. It makes a big difference. But like I said, it was great because like we're talking here, you get these one-on-one opportunities to actually speak.
Where was this at,
people.
Anthony? I
Here-
stepped away.
Here in Las Vegas.
Okay.
So they have one here. They got it in Chicago. They got it in Columbus. Muletown is down south, I want to say. Georgia, somewhere like that. I forget. But there's a few of them. So the next one coming up is April, and I want to say it's in Illinois, which I'm almost positive, but I can't say Chicago. But the biggest problem there is with all the bans on smoking, you're highly, highly restricted. Well, here you have how do I say this? You have some leeway, and so basically, once you step through a certain part and you're in the convention area, you're considered an exhibitor, part of this convention that's going on. So sampling is allowed. So they have dinners and so on and so forth up there. Like I said, it was the first one I went to. Went with a guy from here that I had met in Vegas, and we went Friday night, Saturday night, Sunday, and I could not wait to get a 24-hour break.
Well,
As in just sleep.
Anthony, whatever you do with gentlemen in the evenings is really up to you. We're not.
Well,
here.
that's true. Exactly. Exactly.
No. Anyway, no. That sounds like you guys had a good time.
There's actually 2 bars about 5 minutes away from me that they still allow smoking inside because the county, the way they wrote their ordinance, this is a little unincorporated, nothing bump in the road. And there's 2 bars in there, and one is a cigar whiskey lounge, and the other one's just a straight up bar. But they're the only places I know of within probably 200, maybe 300 miles that you can actually still smoke inside. Well, I take that back. Downtown, Mickey Blaine's, downtown Indianapolis is a cigar club. It's private. But
yeah, that's a whole different thing. Well, there's a few places here that do not allow anything but cigarette smoke. However, I have been in there with a friend of mine, and we've partaken in some premium tobacco, and 3 out of the 4 managers will come over and go, ask us what we're smoking. And he says, well, we really don't allow that, but that's not offensive at all. And I said, well, yeah, this isn't, floor sweepings. There's a difference here. And because we're respectful, we told her and him, if people start to complain, let us know, because we don't want to ruin our opportunity here just to come and sit somewhere, one, when it's 120 degrees, where it's air conditioned, but also to be able to partake in a sandwich or something like that while we talk and have a drink or two.
Cool, man. It sounds like you guys got a nice spot there. Copper Wolf has a question here, switching back to whiskey. For the Scotch lovers, I have 2 SMWS.
Delmore. Yeah.
Anyway, Delmore distillates on the way. Some run sister barrels. 1 Oloroso sherry. I had to get these when I saw it. Okay, cool, man.
The Oloroso sherry finishes, most of them are absolutely phenomenal. I love sherry finishes. So I would try it just because, and if they're at good prices, because they're the Oloroso or PX is Pedro Jimenez sherry casks, and which is touch better than Oloroso, gives you more flavor. Oloroso is a very ambiguous. It's very broad, but yeah, no, I would, because I like that finish. I would have bought them just because.
That's the latest Dalmar I just bought, the cigar malt.
Now that cigar malt in that particular one is good, and it's the only one I have sipped. The other ones I just don't care for. However, the Oloroso or the PX sherry ones, if somebody poured me some, well, of course, I'm going to definitely try it, only because I am a fan of that particular finish.
And Ben, you're saying you don't despise Laphroaig, but I know I've heard you talk crap about Laphroaig 10 multiple times. So
now he's talking about Karches.
Yeah,
that's
and
a
fair
whole
enough,
different breed,
but
it's still Laphroaig.
Yeah, I've never had the Karches, but maybe it would change my mind on Laphroaig. Sounds like Pung and Spice everything all the time has made fall less special. I think Pung and Spice in general has made fall less special, but yeah, that's just me. Not a fan of the Pung and Spice.
Copper Wolf, you like that King Alexander?
Hey, Drill, where do you fall on music? I kind of know Will's wheelhouse music wise to a degree.
I pretty much listen to everything besides country and
Western,
like death metal, like
I got
crazy metal.
The Norwegian death metal.
Like if I can't understand you when you're like screaming or whatnot, like I can't do it. But other than that, I'm good.
So I'm with you. I always give Shred crap because he's big into death metal, especially like the extreme death metal where they sound like Cookie Monster. and I can't get behind it because it makes me laugh. I think it's quite silly.
Have you seen some of these death metal bands with the female lead singer?
No,
and they're just, I mean, oh my, it's insane to look, and you see this woman, and then what comes out is just like,
yeah, it's like The Exorcist.
Yeah.
It's like, wow,
that's get a little scary for sure.
Yeah, like that I can't do. Like, but
reminds me of my ex-wife.
I'm pretty eclectic.
Cool, man. Yeah, I mean, I assume that you probably would be, because it seems like most military guys kind of have broader horizons music-wise than your typical civilian. So I'm not sure why that is, but I find that to be true more often than not. So
it's probably because we venture to so many different destinations while within the military, right? So you get kind of acclimated to set place here, set place there, or whatever the case is.
Yeah,
maybe that could contribute to it. I'm not sure. But I was like that prior to the Army. You know, I can't really speak for those who are in now, but I listened to a bunch of stuff. Yeah, prior. Just country couldn't do. Never really got into it. And like I said, death metal.
Now, when you say country, do you mean the stuff that's on the radio like today? Because if so, I totally get it.
Yeah, like I've just never got into it in general, but more so, what's on the radio, because that's what I'll hear. You know, if it's played, I haven't heard like throwback stuff, I guess, maybe.
Well, not even so much that. I mean, I think there's modern country that's interesting. It's just that it doesn't get a lot of play because it's not about the subjects that make it on the radio, you know. So
gotcha.
I mean, so funny enough, our and this is going to be like the weirdest scenario of things, but that's just what happened in our little town here. So the local Chinese buffet place got bought by some fellas from South America, and they own several other restaurants around here as well, and they're phenomenal restaurant owners. So we were very happy to see that happen. But what's funny is, so they had their place all redone. It's fantastic now. It's much better than it was, because it was kind of dirty and grungy before. So we were happy to see it taken over. But they insist on playing nothing but bro country, at least that's what I call it. Every time we go there, which is like, it's basically like pop music with a twang, you know. And I can't stand it. I just despise it so much. Because to me, it's not even country. Like, to even call it country is like sacrilege. You know, it would be like, I don't know. I don't know what I mean, so most of it to me is like, if you mix John Mayer with country music. So it's just awful. But anyway, yeah. Yeah, but it's I don't know where I don't know why these guys decided, because I mean, they're all from South America. I would love to hear them play stuff from their culture. I'd be way better with that than freaking bro country. But I mean, my wife is Hispanic, you know, so like I like a lot of South American and Hispanic music, but bro country can't do it. Can't get into it. Yeah. So, but yeah, so now our local Chinese place is bro country all the time. Yeah, good times. Yeah, there you go. Pop country. Yeah, I mean, that's basically all that's on the radio these days. Like, I don't know if any real country is even on the radio these days. It's hard to find if it is. Anyway, so it's about time to switch over to Mash and Metal. So again, folks, the subject tonight is guitar solos that you may not know, but you should. So that's going to be the theme. I hope that everybody in chat that's hopping over, anybody that's on panel that's hopping over, I hope you guys have some in mind, some like really killer guitar solos that you guys love that maybe, you know, didn't get any airplay, or, you know, B-sides, whatever the case. So yeah, we'll go ahead and hop on. Actually, if someone could drop the link, that way we can make a smooth transition. If one of you mods could drop a link, and we'll keep chatting for a few minutes while that happens. In the meantime, I went back to this Still Austin Castering Nancy pick from October, and man, come back to it a second time. I can't wait for this bottle to get a little farther down, kind of past the shoulder there, and see what this becomes.
What?
But Anthony, I feel like this would pair really well with a cigar or a pipe. Just saying.
Well, I have that particular blend that you're talking about, not hers, but I have that. I think it's what, 116, somewhere around there.
The standard offering, yeah, is 116.
Yeah. So anyway, I haven't cracked it because it just showed up here a few weeks ago. So yeah, I think it will have enough flavor and enough proof to get through some meaty tobacco. So
yeah. I mean, I think this is of the Nancy picks I have. I think this is probably the most cigar friendly of. I mean, it's just like leather bound books and scotch. To again quote Ron Burgundy. No, not the scotch part, but I mean, there's so many dark notes here, and then there's definitely a little sweet tobacco going on the nose. I did not, Copper Wolf. I think that I feel like I think Great Shot is going to hook me up with a little sample of that. I feel like he has a little bit left. Yeah, so I might be able to try that soon. Or maybe he's sending me the cognac. I don't remember. Anyway.
Mr. Great Shots, he's got that on tap at his house. They just ran a line from the distillery to his backyard.
Well, yeah, I mean,
he's not far.
He used to be like 10 minutes from there. Now he's about 30, but still, he's close.
I feel bad for him. That extra 20-minute commute.
I tell you, it's killer. Yeah, he is my hookup for all Nancy picks. Anyway, fellas, and everybody in chat, thank you so much for hanging out tonight. Appreciate you. Thank you, everybody that hopped on panel. Appreciate that even more. That way, I don't have to just me talking all the time. There is the link for Mash Metal for all those that want to hop on over. And again, we're talking guitar solos, primarily rock and metal, but anything goes once we get to the request hour. So if you have something that you think is a standout solo that you want some light shined on, then we'll just do that. So you just follow that link. We'll be over there in just a minute. Thank you guys again. Thank you all you Patrons for the support. Appreciate that. Love y'all, and we will see you next week. Cheers, everybody, and good night.
Cheers.